So we actually brought in a good friend of ours, Eliasov Monk.
For a liberal, you're kind of racist.
Hey. And Zach will be sleeping not at his home. Nor will he be sleeping with us because he's not racist enough.
There's this other Jewish podcast, Buckle Up Podcast or whatever.
Label's trying to give him as much side-eye as possible.
No.
Buckle up. What are they called? Buckle schmucks? I don't know. Butt fucks? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what their name is.
Roast me, bring it.
You sound like Marge Simpson.
Who? Is it? Homer.
Their friends are checking out my friends. Boop, boop, boopity, 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 boop.
Boopity, 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 boopity. Now they're going to 7-Eleven. Like, I fucking hate pharmacists so much. Bitches. If you don't get this, you're gonna go through withdrawal. Haha, fuck you.
I may have the anxiety of a middle-aged woman, but you have the driving skills of a alcoholic dad.
I got pulled over. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Police officer head.
No, I'm gonna lamp. This is gonna be a full finish at the rim. No pun intended.
Keep going.
All right, everybody, welcome to episode number 42, 52 of Mislaibeled. You're probably watching this Chol or or maybe after. I don't think we're going to be dropping this after Sukkot. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a Chol drop. First of all, if you're watching, please like, subscribe, and comment. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Okay, so we actually brought in a good friend of ours, Eliasov Monk, who is...
Safoosh.
Right, we call him Safoosh. I'm still not sure how that came about, but that is what he's commonly referred to.
Because his name's Eliasov Shimon, and the Saf of this at the end of Eliasov, and the Sh at the beginning is Shimon.
My middle name is in fact not Shimon, but nice try.
Slow-mo. It's slow-mo?
Correct, but you were
Slow-mo,
not.
okay. Well, we make this argument every single time that that makes sense for Safoosh, and then you just said that your cleaning lady doesn't...
Babysitter, yeah. I mean, I'll give you my mom's number. We can call her right now.
Hey.
Anyways,
You still go by Safoosh?
Yeah, or Saf, yeah.
That's like a very different vibe. Those are two different guys.
Safoosh is a little babyish.
Okay. I'm talking about you soft.
that's totally in your own mind to me. It's not babyish at
Safoosh
all.
is pretty cool, I think.
Anyways,
soft, whatever.
Safoosh, quick 60-second background, but like real 60 seconds of where you're from, what you do, where you live now.
Longest hell trauma.
This feels like I'm on a date right now, I guess, but I reside from St. Louis, Missouri.
You reside from St. Louis?
The 314, Nelly. Came to Landers. That's where I met like Warren, really.
Yes, sir.
And Laibel and Zach. That's where I became
for
friends.
people who don't know, Landers is a real estate company masquerading as a college. Okay, continue.
Majored in accounting. Currently working at PwC. That's kind of my whole life. About
80%
literally
of his whole life
is
What
accounting.
percentage of PwC, which is one of the big four accounting firms, what percentage is Orthodox Jews? Visibly Orthodox Jews.
My particular like field, which is tax, like doing tax for like hedge funds and stuff, probably close to like a third are from.
Wow.
Outside of that, it's not too really.
Is it an irony that the people most famous for avoiding taxes?
It's not. It's honestly perfect.
I mean, it actually makes total sense.
Correct.
Yeah.
You want the best at their job.
Exactly.
It's like the FBI always brings on the con artists they do because they know the system. So
Exactly.
it's just,
Precisely.
Did you say it was 80%?
No, like a third, maybe a third.
Yeah, that's
from-
still crazy though.
Yeah.
to those wondering, by the way, the last time Safoosh was on this podcast was before Zach was on this podcast when we did the first quick stint of Mislaibeled.
Oh yeah.
And Safoosh,
The Dark Ages.
the Dark Ages.
They're not even on.
Before Lord Trump, before Marcial. I mean,
Correct.
Wait, this would be like a fun. Speaking about hackers and like cybersecurity, challenge to hackers. See if you can find those episodes because they've been scrubbed from everything.
Honestly, it's not that difficult to find. You just have to break into our YouTube password or whatever. Yeah.
Challenge.
Anyways, no, but Safoosh, in spectacular fashion, let his parents know that he does mushrooms now. And that was actually fantastic. So that was great. And then I had to hear about it, about how your parents were not happy.
I don't know if they weren't happy. They were more surprised.
They were surprised. Okay.
Surprised.
That's a good reaction. It's better than being angry.
You
Parents
don't think
been
they
more
weren't happy?
surprised.
No, I think like my parents were not like completely like shocked or angry. They were just like, "What the hell are you doing, more?"
That sounds angry, by the way. Just FYI. What the hell are you doing?
I think my mom for sure cared more than my dad.
I hear you. I'm just saying, what the hell are you doing? When I heard that from one of my parents, that was not like I'm surprised. That was like, what the hell are you doing, dude?
But it's more from like I think like a medical standpoint.
Yeah,
like,
but you hear that from
what
your
you're
parents
doing.
after reading like Harry Potter in the house.
Right. Yeah. No, it definitely wasn't Shrooms.
The line was so low
Yeah,
for
it was-
what the
yeah,
hell are you doing?
I heard that. Anyways, so first of all, just had Rosh Hashanah, the new year, headed to Israel tomorrow.
No
Shmueli.
Jewish
Zionist
talk.
pig.
No Jewish talk.
He can talk
Okay, it's the
about
high
that.
holidays. I can talk about the high holidays. What are you talking about?
Stop trying to erase our culture.
I just say no Jewish talk.
We just talked. I just need to say one thing. I have never seen Shmu worn this excited and this prepped
Correct.
for a trip in my life. 3 weeks ago, he was hounding me about like what we're gonna eat for Friday night, like dinner. Like he was very extreme.
Is this prep or is this anxiety? What's going on?
No prep.
Well, it happens to be he could have used so many examples. He just used one that's completely false. There are so many others though that were true.
It was an exaggeration. Obviously, it was the most.
I know, but I'm
extreme.
saying, but there were exaggerated ones that were
Why
true.
are you so prepped for this trip specifically?
I don't know.
Excitement.
Excitement.
He's a
I think I'm
Zionist.
29. I think it's the last time. I think it's very possible that I'll go on like a boys trip, singles
Right,
trip.
right.
Very possible. I have no
To
clue
be
if I'll
fair,
get married.
how many times have you said this is gonna be
Oh
my boy
yeah,
trip?
yeah, 100%,
that's he's 23.
100%. That has happened a lot, but I'm hoping that in 6 months when I turn 30, at some point my balls will drop and I'll move forward in life.
Amen. Amen.
Right now, I'm trying to manifest that by at least preparing for something
Amen.
once in my life.
I love it. I love it. The great part about this is that all this is on recording. So next year we're gonna be back here. God willing. We'll
play the clip.
Exactly.
We'll play the clip. We'll play the clip.
Oh, it's gonna
I
be
feel like the
great.
classic Shmu move here would be to like really just be the most prepared, sleep through the just miss the Uber to the airport, just like not make it to the flight.
No, that's not gonna happen here, but it almost did happen the last time we went.
Did it?
Of
Oh,
course,
yeah.
in
Oh, yeah,
2019,
yeah.
in
That was 4 years ago,
2019, when we went, of course, Shmueli realized the day before. In fairness, we did book the tickets like 4 or 5 days in advance of leaving, but of course, Shmueli realized like 2 days before, hey, I don't have a passport. Surprise. Okay, fine.
nice,
Then-
yeah.
Which is classic.
Classic.
Nah, whatever. It happens.
Do you know where your passport is right now? Yeah. I make sure I have it. I'm actually packed already.
You're packed?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Because I want to be able to go to sleep normal tomorrow, so I can wake up and go to work 5 hours and then come home.
Bro,
and not
I'm
be
proud
worried.
of you right now. Good for you, man. Honestly,
bro.
good for you. You have shit in order.
I'm
Okay,
putting my
amazing.
shit in order. No, but yeah, I didn't have a passport, and also on that trip,
Right.
if you remember correctly,
I do. I was gonna
there
say
was
the story.
another thing. Oh,
Yes, basically the ticket said your flight was at I think
My
it was
flight was at-
4:50 p.m.
Correct.
and the ticket said
the flight said 16:30.
right. So you
Right,
get confused.
And I got confused,
Like,
and I
thought it
thought
was
the flight was
6:30.
at 6:30. It was at 4:30, but because it was my first time flying to Israel, because 16:30 is Army
No,
time,
Army
it's really
time, yeah,
4:30, but because it was my first time flying to Israel, I was so worried and anxious about missing an international flight that I actually showed up to the airport at 2:30 for 4 hours in advance. If I wouldn't have been so anxious and showed up 4 hours in advance to an international flight
that
and would have
flight's
showed
gone.
up 2 hours, I'd have been gone.
Well, your plane would have taken.
Yeah, my
been
plane
taken
would
off.
have. I would have been like, I'd be coming up there like, bro, you missed the flight. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Look, it says 16:30 right here. I would have been an idiot, but instead,
No, I actually
I don't know.
hear that mistake. Like I can
it
hear
was
someone.
an
That's not
honest
crazy,
mistake.
yeah.
And thank God,
not crazy.
Laibel told me at the time to show up. Actually, I think it was my parents that were just nervous for me forever.
No, I think I also
have.
told you. I think I told you 4 hours early because I knew you'd get there 2 hours.
By the way, my dad has called me like 4 times today already about like every last little thing.
Wow.
I'm at my wit's end. And like
Yeah.
the 2 last phone calls have not ended well.
I could totally understand why you love your dad, but I can also
him.
understand at a certain point where it's just like Tyler.
I love him. Like he has this. There's a rule that certain controlled whatever drugs and substances you can't take international if it's from a doc. Even if it's like prescribed medication. If it's certain medications, and a doctor has to give you a signature or whatever.
Yes.
So my father's all worried about that.
Trust me,
That's one thing, and
not-
there's others.
it's not.
Bro, there's like 12,000 other things that he's just like hounding me
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
And I'm just
I
like,
feel like this is a somewhat universal Jewish experience. of
100%.
Jewish kids traveling.
Absolutely.
100%.
Jewish people into their 50s traveling. If their parents are alive, like you're getting hounded. Yeah,
I'm like,
100%.
yeah.
Can we just talk about on the way back? Where were we from from Mexico the last time? It was just hilarious. I still remember your luggage thing. Did you see the Safoosh where Warren's luggage? I don't know why he had a luggage from like 2002 where it only had, first of all, it only had 2 wheels, so it doesn't have the 4 wheels.
I had
So
a Nautica bag that my dad liked that he gave to me when I was in Landry.
It's a very
Anyways,
monk thing.
the point
I
is,
get
it was
it.
impossible to use unless you were rolling it like on the rollies.
It was a normal suitcase, but what happened to it was
Anyways, of course, the piece that extends up, you know that piece, it just jammed. So when he gave it in to like,
but it broke on the way back only, not on the way there.
yeah. But I'm just
Like,
saying when he gave
yeah.
it in, it was just
With you giving it up.
Yeah,
it
when
was
they
just
tried bringing it up, like you're not gonna break it down. Like
they just
it's not
threw it
gonna
in
happen.
anyway. So it like
They
came
just
out
threw
of
it in.
it came
That's
out
how
of the
it breaks.
carousel.
Yeah.
It came out of the carousel, just
feel
like
like if you-
shooting and just jabbing people. And
You were
people
in
like,
Mexico. I feel like if you pulled that shit in Israel, if you like showed up to like security with like a
They'd be like,
bag,
no.
they would
Yeah.
crack it in half for you. They would
Yeah,
break
they'd
your
crack it in
luggage,
half, or
yeah.
they'd be like, no, and they'd throw it away. Anyways, I got a new suitcase.
Anyways, bottom line, how's Rosh Hashanah? The
It was
Jewish New
great.
Year.
I stayed in his bed when he wasn't there,
Okay.
and it was really nice.
Less exciting when he wasn't there.
Yeah, way less exciting.
Less exciting.
How
Way
was
less
yours?
exciting.
It's all right. It's cute.
Eh?
Normal.
Good. It worked.
Yeah, I feel like it was just a nice one. Like,
Yeah, it was pretty straightforward.
I said my prayers. I
mean, someone did. I did get invited to a meal by this girl I met at synagogue, and I didn't know her that well, but she's like, "Oh, come for a meal." And I told when I get invited to a meal, it's like my heart drops a little because I have to I have to explain to them how annoying I am. I'm like, I'm actually really gluten free, and you have to be really careful. And she was like really cool about it. Ended up making an entire meal I could eat. And then when it came time to dessert, I saw there was 2 like Duncan Hines cakes. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm used to not eating dessert. She whips out a huge plate of gluten-free cookies, and she's like, "Oh, I made these for you, and I made a bunch extra. So please take some home
you
in a
dating
Ziploc
anyone?
bag."
This
And
person's
I
married?
literally was like, "I'm getting on. I'm marrying you right now. You are my wife. We are betrothed." No, I was very emotionally confused. I've never been so in love so fast.
Do you remember that like Pesach Seder or the 5 Ashes where every like, is this gluten? Is this gluten free?
Yeah.
Oh, welcome to my life. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Zach you have said straight up that, can we talk about the lengths of how gluten-free you have to be?
Yeah,
He says that
this came up recently on a
He
date.
cannot kiss a girl if she has had a beer that night.
Not for halachic reasons.
Yeah, if
Oh, so for all reasons.
also because Jewish law forbids it and I don't want to go to hell. So like she has to like brush her teeth and like mouthwash and then I can kiss her. Really, really fucks with the romance.
But what it does
the
make
greatest
sure
cock
is
block.
that someone's breath always tastes good.
True. And also it's a little bit like foreplay. like a little like
It's like a formal. It's like you go on a date.
no, literally like it's gotten to the point where I get a tiny bit aroused if I'm at CVS and I see toothpaste. I'm like, all right. It's going down.
You would like legitimately have a reaction if you kissed a girl that drank
And it
beer.
happens within a minute. It'll happen like during the makeout session. I'll be like, oh, my stomach hurts a lot. Yeah.
You're like, my stomach dropped not because I feel
What
so
if it
good
was
about you,
food?
because I have
It's
diarrhea.
not butterflies. Exactly. It's not butterflies. It's diarrhea. Yeah. No, it's really.
do you
They should
think
make a medicine for
it's
this.
psychological at all? Like that?
Yes,
part of it.
I do think it's partly psychological, but my response always when people say that, when asked that, is like, and
Right,
like
who cares?
Touche.
So far, no therapist has been able to like find which childhood trauma caused my stomach to be stupid.
And even if
so-
they could, that wouldn't solve it.
Right.
It wouldn't solve
So
it.
Zach
Well,
has like a
Sarona would say it would
placebo.
solve it. Like the whole Sarona.
Oh, you're going down the Sar.
What?
That's
what?
an
Wait.
off-pod topic, but I've gone down the Dr. Sarno route. He's famous.
The rabbit
all
hole.
the
I know
Jews-
Dr. Sano, of
Yeah,
course.
Every
can we talk
Jew.
about why Jews know Dr. Sarno?
I don't know who this person is.
Dr. Sarno is a famous doctor who had a
No
whole
clue.
thing that physical pain is his thing is back pain, but it's really
all
all
me-
physical
it's all
pain
mental.
is
Yeah,
mostly
that I
mental.
know. I didn't know it was by him, but
No,
And
he's very famous for this.
Jews love him because Jews are all walking around being like, "Oh, my back,"
Yeah.
and it's really just the Holocaust. It's just,
Right.
It's just that we've been hunted for thousands of years, and now it's like, oh, you know, like the AC's too hot.
the anxiety and OCD around us is ridiculous. Also, you want to say
Yeah.
one thing about like the high holidays? When I'm praying, I have such OCD that I'm like praying exactly like I pray for all my family. So I literally in my brain I'm thinking of every niece and nephew, every one of my siblings. I then think of every one of my friends that I've talked to over the years that need certain
Wow.
things. I'm not joking. This literally.
This is a real exciting.
I
over here.
promise
Wow.
you, and I'm not. It's an
He's
OCD.
waking up for the 364 days.
Bro, it's literally an OCD.
an OCD
It's an
thing.
OCD thing, and then I'm like, and then I say like I want them to have health, happiness, success, money, everything possible, and I literally am like OCD the whole time.
you
Make
ever,
sure
like,
that it
finished-
like ruins the whole prayer?
Have you ever finished a prayer and been like, "Oh shoot, my
Yes.
cousin Mandy, no,
Yes,
she's gonna die this
yes.
year."
I have at the end. I've been like, crap. If that person like passes
dude.
away, I'm fucked.
That's on me.
Like I'm committing. Like I'm committing, and that way I could go up to them and be like, by the way, sorry, man, that was like prayers 2018.
That's on you.
Shmueli and Safoosh, since I feel like they know about this, not quick thoughts, but
it's gonna be
thoughts on,
sports.
quick thoughts on the Rodgers situation.
First, explain
sucks
what's
for you.
happening.
Why do you have Jets season tickets?
Not season tickets, but I went to the game and I spent a whole bunch of money, and I got there 20 minutes
That'd
late.
be a good game.
It was an incredible game, but you have to realize when you get there 20 minutes late and you look at your phone and you see Aaron Rodgers 0 for 1, Zach Wilson 2 for 2, right away I was like, what is Zach Wilson doing in this game?
You weren't even there for the sack?
No.
Unbelievable.
I got there 20
You
minutes
didn't
late.
even get to see Aaron Rodgers play a snap.
I didn't. I paid a lot of money for these tickets.
Can I hear the story
Which were
about these
nosebleeds tickets. It wasn't even
I heard you sold tickets, rebought the same ones
Yes.
for more money.
That is 100% accurate.
100% accurate.
I bought the first set of tickets for $600, sold them for $400, which actually reminds me I have to give them my information, whatever, to get the money.
Hashtag only label things.
Why only?
No, I
label
think like
things?
it's a huge alpha move. He like bought the tickets. He's like, I didn't pay enough. Take them back. I want to pay more. I'm a man of means.
I didn't think I was gonna go to the game in the end, so I sold them, and then it ended up being I could go to the game. But the point is, and then like 6 hours before, I was
And
like,
the seats were 14 rows higher.
yeah. No, hold on. I'm saying the story. Guys, let me say the story. You want to hear the story? So I bought the first set for $600, sold it for $400 because I didn't want to sit there and hawk up till the game and like be sitting there pricing it out. So Lenski was here, which was very clutch. My friend who knows tickets. For those listening, and he was like, all right, we could get rid of them right now and they'll sell within a half hour if we just put them $5 below everything that's going on right now. I said, let's go, just clean it. Fine, done. Then 6 hours before the game, I'm like, you know something, this is Rodgers' debut. Like, I'm doing this. Like, that's it. I'm going. So a significantly worse ticket, not even like comparable in any way, cost, that was $831. So,
Wait, naive question here. Why are these tickets so expensive?
because it was Rodgers' debut.
Rodgers' debut was what? The ballet?
Aaron Rodgers. You know Aaron Rodgers?
I know who Aaron Rodgers. He was on the Packers for a
Yeah,
long time.
Yes,
Quarterback.
Aaron Rodgers is one of the best quarterbacks
Of all
ever.
time,
He is
yeah.
now on the Jets.
So his debut on the Jets, and that made
And
tickets
it's
$800.
and it's week 1 of the NFL season.
And there was a division
It was
game.
2 tickets.
But week
Monday
1 is
Night
early
Football.
in the season, so it shouldn't be
But it's
expensive.
Yeah, but it's
But it's
exciting.
exciting,
It's
okay.
exciting.
Monday Night
Debut.
Football,
It's his first
division
time
game.
ever
It's his
stepping
debut.
into New
No, I
York.
get it. You want to be able to tell people. It's
like
basically for bragging
let's
rights.
put it in Zach words. It's like Lin-Manuel Miranda doing the...
That is the most offensive thing you've ever said to me. Ever, literally, fuck you. Fuck you.
Doing his
that
first
is,
Hamilton. Doing his first
Hamlet,
Hamilton
it
Broadway
was
show.
Hamilton.
I said it. First
I
Hamilton
hate
Broadway
Hamilton,
show.
dude. That
I just went artsy, man.
I have no idea what you're
Oh
talking
god,
about.
that really hurts. Shmueli, that's what you think I'm a Lin. Oh,
I don't know. I just
By the
know
way,
that you live
I
in the
agree
arts
with you.
world.
oh, that hurts.
Yeah, he lives in the arts world. What am I supposed to split hairs?
Oh my god. All right.
Anyways, the point is, so if you combine
We'll
the
do it that later.
final cost
That
of
hurt.
final cost of ticket plus loss of first round ticket, that was $1,030, and Rodgers did not play.
It was a good game.
It was incredible, but you have to realize, walking to the stadium, I was so deflated. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Like,
So
are you
why didn't
kidding
he play?
me?"
Why didn't he play?
Oh, he
got
tore his Achilles.
injured.
He's out for the season.
From a
He's out
sack?
for the
He's
season.
probably out for life.
No, we'll
done.
see. We'll
He
see.
might be done.
Wait,
He
yo,
might be
yo.
done for his career, but I
He
don't
says
think
he's
so.
coming
I don't
back.
think he-
If
I don't
that's
think he
not
is.
bad New York juju, it's like welcome to New York, bitch.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
done.
everyone. Also, the
Yeah.
Jets are just the team, or like the Knicks. It's like
Yes.
just the team, and it's like they're cursed.
The
It's
Jets,
like,
the Mets,
Correct.
yeah.
Wow.
that's
Me
everything.
and Shmuel, I have a personal relationship to Aaron Rodgers. Again, I'm not a sports guy, but I was in
Yeah.
yeshiva. I was in dorm school in Milwaukee when I remember the fires. Like I remember like people
I
climbing
thought you
onto.
were going to say you watched The Bachelor when Aaron Rodgers' brother was on it.
No.
That's where I thought you
You
were
guys
going
are
with
0
it.
for 2 on my art
The
interests.
first one, Lin-Manuel Miranda Hamilton one, was a great call.
I'm at home,
we were
like,
in Milwaukee
doing sing-along
when
Hamilton.
Aaron Rodgers won the Super Bowl. With
I remember
the Packers.
2011.
That was
Yeah.
crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah,
to be
I'm
like in that
sure.
city during
Yeah,
that
because when was the last time they won previous to that?
1995.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's the only one he won, by the way.
96.
Also,
Favre won?
Yeah, 96,
Especially since
96
I was
he
not
won?
in Cleveland when the Cavs finally won, and that would have been more fun.
Yeah.
Were you in Cleveland for that?
No.
he was here.
Yeah,
with
that
me.
No, I
sucks.
was-
I was in Cleveland for that.
Not only that,
No,
Shmueli
yeah, I
didn't
was
watch
in
the last
France.
5 minutes of the game.
Yes, I did.
He went to his room practically.
No, I
He was
didn't.
freaking
I
out.
was pacing back and forth because I was nervous.
Yes, like an insane.
And I was
retard.
literally, and it's not true, there's a video of me on the floor probably like crying after they won.
Oh, I think people who are
Like,
real
just-
sports fans can't relate to the Game 7.
Correct,
last 5
they
minutes.
can't.
I'm
They
a
can't.
huge. Hold on, I could.
No,
I'm a
you're not. You haven't been a
huge-
huge sports fan since you were 16
not
years
like-
old.
yeah.
You just
Yeah,
like
that's true.
watching sports.
That's
you
true.
You don't actually give a crap.
Also,
about it.
Yeah.
there's no good New York teams to ever like really get yourself
Label
invested
to put it
in.
into terms you'd understand. Imagine Lin Miranda.
I
I
promise.
don't even know his name. I literally is it Lin Manuel Miranda?
Anyways, the point is that
He's just trying to make
Baker.
it cool.
I do think you can make an argument
haven't
though
hated Hamilton.
that the quote that comes after the injury might be worth the injury. Like Rodgers, like he definitely thought about it for like the whole night and had like a whole team working on him
What'd
to
he
put
say?
out the quote. Like before the dawn comes the most intense darkness. Like he like put it together like all
He
day.
also
So
has,
he
like, very-
paraphrased Batman.
I'm not
He
sure.
also did like Dare You to Die. He also went on the Pat McAfee show.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, and it was
I
an
saw that,
awesome
actually.
interview. No, Keith Olbermann said
He's such a douche.
Yeah.
Keith Olbermann said because he didn't get a vaccine, and he didn't get the vaccine, so like
He blamed it on the vaccine.
like,
No, he was joking. He was
Yeah,
being
of course.
whatever it was,
facetious.
Aaron Rodgers is like
Aaron Rodgers, big anti-vaxxer. just to
Yeah,
clarify.
Yeah.
Anti all vax or anti?
No,
Yeah.
no. COVID.
Anti-COVID.
vax,
COVID one.
yeah.
And so Aaron Rodgers called him a bum, which was unbelievable. And he also
It's not about unbelievable. The guy's
Not
just
exactly the best line.
No,
it's not.
but it was
Guy
the way
bum.
that he said it. He's like bum.
I mean, Rodgers also spent 4 days in a cave of darkness.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
He's an interesting dude.
He's
That-
not
that-
100%.
no. I don't think.
No,
I
he's
don't think he's
probably-
not 100%. I think
No,
he's
what do you mean? That's-
involved in meditation.
He did like a meditation thing.
Yeah.
That
just
is
think
being
he's-
100%.
I just
That
think-
is you're not 100%. Oh, what?
I just think he's the anti of all what other sports stars are like into, which is just physical stuff instead of like mental stuff.
Like he's got a brain. Yeah.
I mean, he did tear his Achilles, so maybe he could have
Yeah,
strengthened
maybe-
up.
First of all, a lot of athletes have like
Achilles
other
a
things
freak
that they're very
injury.
into. For example, Kyrie Irving's really into hating Jews and the Earth is flat. Those are interests, hobbies of his. Kevin Love looks like he does logging. I don't know if he does, but he looks like
LeBron
it.
is into looking at the first page of a book and making it seem like he reads all of them at every single finals game.
Jeremy Lin is.
Chinese, and so probably
Yeah, I was
really
gonna
good
say.
at
Don't
math.
say what you're saying.
I was like, I literally wasn't sure if I read something that he was into or if I was just being racist. Because
Oh, so
I
the
think I
Joker's
heard he was
dope.
into
No, he-
dance.
what?
No, that he was like a little bit hip hop dance, but I.
No, he's a CPA.
No, he's not.
No.
Yeah.
Got me there.
Jeremy Lin.
Well, at this point, he might be, by the way, because
Yeah.
he had that, like, obviously, insanity 14 days of fame, and then it just went downhill.
Oh, he
after
was
that.
never good at that?
No, he was.
He was like,
good.
okay.
For a
And
year
then
or
he had
two.
a couple of good years, and now he probably has a few $1 million, and he has to figure out a way to invest it. So.
By the way, it's so crazy how so many of these stars, if you don't have.
I like how you just. And now he is hiring currently a team of Jews, and they are going to be working with his accumulated wealth during
No,
this
but
sector.
real talk. I actually have a funny story on that. A very funny story.
On Lin.
No, on pitching someone very famous. I'm not going to say who.
Oh, Jeremy Lin Miranda Manuel.
No, okay, I can't get into that. This is a whole different story. Whatever, I was pitching. Can't even get started on that. First of all, hello. You went on a camping trip, right?
Which one?
Didn't you go on a camping
Oh,
trip?
yeah.
Forget what you did yesterday?
Yeah. No, that was 2 weeks
I
ago.
love labels segues between segments.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
all right, this is getting boring. Yo, so you did this, right?
It's true.
No,
you
it's
you
not
kind
true.
of caught me off guard. You just caught me off guard.
It's not a
man.
segue. I'm like, okay.
No, I know it was not a segue.
Yeah, this is boring. That's the point. This is over now. What did you do? Remember, we have it on the list. It's right here.
Okay, fine. Roast me.
All right.
Bring it.
Yes, 2 weeks ago I went on a camping trip, and it was a very it was the Jews that anti-Semites talk about when they're like, oh, they own, like, they're the elite, the coastal elite Jews. Like it was the kids of those people.
In
It
what
was a really good
sense?
time. No, it was just a lot of like Westchester kids whose parents own like combined total like the same amount of money as the GOP.
So what were you doing there?
They invited a few poors to hang out to entertain the rich folk.
That's a great question.
No, the guy who ran it is a Brooklyn Jew. He like we're just boys, but yeah, it was just very Manhattan Jew, and like I'm a Jew in New York. I know a billion Jews in New York, but I don't know a lot of like reform and conservative Manhattan Jews with Westchester parents or like expensive New Jersey suburb parents. You know,
How does
like
this-
real elite Democrat voting reform conservative wealthy Jews.
First of all, how does this Crown Heights Brooklyn guy know
He is not
All
a
these
Crown Heights Brooklyn. I grew up mono-Orthodox and
he grew up in this world? You're saying
Not in this world, but closer to it. Yeah. He's just a good connector. He's a great networker.
he's a great networker.
And so are all the parents of the people at this thing. But it was a good time. It was a good time.
So was it
did
like high level stuff? So,
I truly suggest to everyone try once in a while hang out in large settings of Jews who don't have yeshiva trauma. Like it's refreshing. It's really
that.
refreshing.
What did
what's
you
their
do
trauma?
there all weekend?
oh, they do. Trust me.
No, their like trauma is that they didn't get into Brown, so they had to go to Barnard. Like
Hey,
they're,
for them, that's a trauma.
I get it, but like they're just happy. They really are.
I think you're totally fooling yourself if I'm being
I'm
totally
gonna
honest.
have to. I'm off label on this one.
All right. I am also kind of doing a bit. I know sadness exists amongst the wealthy too. Trust me. They just don't have my particular religious trauma. That's all.
Right. Okay.
But I
Yeah.
also find all those people that have poles up their asses. In general,
do.
like that. Though that
Yeah,
sector,
wealthy Manhattan people have polo
Yeah,
shirts.
yeah.
They're all type A.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all the dudes worked
So like,
in
I'll take the trauma.
every dude worked in finance but also DJ'd, and every girl like was just ALO from head to toe, and like
Hey, don't make fun of ALO.
It's called ALO. I thought it's called Aloe.
I thought it's called ALO also.
I don't know.
It's called Aloe, bro, and you just let him
I
get
will
away
say
with that.
Warren was the first with the aloe hat.
Yeah, and I didn't know what it was.
I'm sorry. Do you think Warren was the first person?
He
to wear
was.
aloe?
I'm
I
telling
promise
you,
you he was not.
He
I
was.
bought it. I
Promise you
bought
he
it.
was
I'm
not.
telling you before.
How many years ago did you wear aloe?
No, I bought it months
Rather
ago,
than he
but
was the
before it got
first
big.
ever.
Months.
Yeah, way
Shmuel,
before it got big.
That's the worst call.
Do you know how? Do you know how
It's
much?
been
of-
big
do
for
you know-
2 years.
do you
It's
know
been
how
big for
much-
2
Do you know
He
how
wore
much?
before what's his name? Wore
Before Jimmy Butler.
He
wore it.
wore
Do you-
before the From world got
Do
onto
you
it.
know how much a hat costs there now?
over 100, I would assume.
No, it costs like 60. But
Oh.
I bought it when it was 30. So that's how you
Mic
know.
drop.
Mic drop. Boom. Boom.
He got
What's
it.
their store? I imagine their store is. Have you
I
ever?
went to their store in Soho.
It's just
Have you seen a
Lululemon,
black
right?
person in that store?
Yeah, one worked there.
What?
He was
Yeah.
like semi.
That's like white. That's
Are
white
you rated
culture.
for
That's
a
white
liberal?
culture.
You're kind of racist.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
actually-
kind of racist.
What's the inference though that they're poor and therefore they can't be there? They're not into
Yeah, I
it?
don't know what you guys are thinking.
No, what's your inference?
That's what I'm asking.
Got him. And Zach will be sleeping not at his home tonight. Nor will he be sleeping with us because he's not racist enough.
I have.
Yeah, go ahead, Zach.
No, I was gonna dig myself a much deeper. I was about to say there are certain companies that are also very white that I'm very into. I just got my first Patagonia T-shirt and I realized I like put it on and I was
It
like,
does not get.
I was like, this feels right. Like
That's
I'm
like-
a Patagonia
That's
person.
like the white finance.
What's
Bro,
Patagonia?
that is
I don't think
Land's
no.
End and LL Bean of
Patagonia.
today.
There's two Patagonias.
There's
I'm glad you brought that up.
The vest.
The vest guys are finance guys. Then there's the real Patagonia is crunchy granola liberal, but like with money. Like the guys that go like on expensive. They have expensive camping gear. Those guys.
Like
It's
fishing trips.
Walk into the PwC
no, that's
office.
already too Republican. Like camping trips. But it's like
it's
North Face people.
It's like LL Bean.
Yes,
yes,
no, it's a new
it's like
North
LL
Face.
Bean, but a little more hip. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's a-
honestly, Patagonia's the shit. I fucking love their stuff.
What is Patagonia?
Just come
It's
into
a
any
camping
office
ground.
in Midtown and you'll see.
But that's a different. The finance guys got the patty and they're like, "Yo, bro, the patty quarter fleece, bro. I'm telling you, my numbers are up this quarter, bro. Like it's crazy. You go to certain
True,
bars in the
yeah.
city, it's 100 Patagonia fleeces
Yes.
walk in.
Give it like a month when the weather's cold and
Yeah.
that's it.
Oh, for sure in the accounting world,
Yeah,
they're all.
oh, yeah.
Do you own a patty fleece?
I do, but I own not. But I own
There
not.
it is.
Not no. I own
Is
like
it
the
a
boat.
patty fleece?
No, like the coat, more like the coat one.
Or it's slightly less douchey.
yeah.
It's not the vest.
Yeah, and it doesn't say PwC on it.
And it
so,
Maybe you don't know. You ever seen
No, I don't.
finance guys wearing like there's like a uniform.
He's got a race car in his t-shirt. Does he look like he wears Patagonia?
Is that a race
This guy looks like he's about to go to like a 9-year-old
Oh,
carnival.
this is actually a good story, by the way. I'm going, where?
legit call.
like a 9-year-old going to a carnival. You're wearing a you sleep in a race.
Label dresses
Do you
upscale
sleep
Euro
in a race?
trash.
Do you sleep in a race
I
car
feel like
bed?
this. You don't think this. By the way, we discussed this in in previous pods, like way early mislabeled days. Can you imagine the race car bed, Shmueli? The raw on a race car bed?
Oh,
You don't remember this? You was just
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Okay, whatever. Clearly.
Love that callback. We're gonna take that out.
Oh, Shmueli was busy talking about how he has a race car bed or hat. How did it
You
come
never
up?
had a.
I don't remember.
Bitch,
what
I've
we're
known you
talking
your whole
about.
life.
No,
You
I
never had a
never
race car bed.
I don't care. You were busy trying to talk about having women over and being in a
That's
race
a
car
whole different. I
bed.
probably had a bit about
Oh,
it.
imagine having sex on a race
did.
car.
Probably
And
that
going
was
like
probably
vroom
the
vroom.
bit. That
Yeah,
was probably the bit.
Sure.
That was
That was what it
probably-
was. Yeah, it's like, first of all, why? This shirt is not a cool one?
you were fit.
I love a label ass.
No, I'm
I
not
think it's
fit.
cool. I think
Hold
it's
on.
cool.
You fit perfectly at like a country concert festival.
No.
Perfectly.
I'm actually
Country,
curious.
you
I
guys
don't know.
are so off.
It's
It's a
clearly-
BM. It's not a country thing.
Hold on one second. Can I just be clear for a second? I don't know. I thought it was like a vintage T-shirt a little bit. I don't know anything about.
If it was a Camaro, he'd fit in at a country concert.
what's
It's a
the big-
BMW.
Yeah, I don't understand what's the big deal about this.
Mercedes.
No, label everything
no.
label wears is like Euro trash, but like wealthy,
Okay,
like
that's a-
upscale Euro trash.
That's a good call. Euro trash. I'll agree with that.
Upscale Euro trash. Philip Plein.
It's clearly a new T-shirt, and it's
It is.
and it's
Very
Puma.
white.
Did you buy it
Well,
at Marshalls?
Okay, first of all, you know me.
TJ Maxx.
That is such a TJ Maxx buy.
Hold on.
I thought he got it with.
Like
he
when you
owns a
go before,
BMW.
You know when you go before camp, you
Zach
buy
is,
like
Zach is actually
18
incredibly
and you
smart.
buy like 18 of them.
$4 t-shirts. Yeah.
Yes.
What do you say?
Before camp, like before camp when you're a kid, before you go sleepaway camp, like you need a bunch of t-shirts that your mom takes you to TJ Maxx,
Maxx.
and you just buy like all the ones that Nike couldn't sell.
Wait, Shmuel, I know you're saying this love. I know you're not hating on TJ Maxx and Marshalls. That's our
Well,
culture.
no, back in the day, TJ Maxx
That's our
and
culture.
Marshalls used to be really
I know for a
good.
fact you rocked a lot of Ralph
I
Lauren polos in
rocked
high school that were from Marshalls.
But now if you go to Marshalls,
Because your
it's
dad makes a
dead.
good living, but you guys are
Correct.
still buying at the sale
We are
rack.
frugal.
It happens to
I
me.
will only buy J. Crew socks on sale.
So, anyways, regarding this T-shirt, normally I only wear just black T-shirts. They're easy, they're simple, they're quick, and they don't get dirty.
Just say it.
primarily.
They're
hide your
slimming. Just say it.
And they're slimming.
They're
They
slimming.
are. I honestly didn't even know
There
that.
are. I had no
I
idea.
had no idea.
I swear to God, I did not know that.
Yes,
I promise
black
you.
is slimming. Yes.
Thank God I have nothing to hide.
How's the merch
Dude,
sales
pull up
going?
Bert Kreischer right now.
Merch
Just
sales
take it
are
off.
0. Unfortunately, I
Not
sold,
even one.
I sold one.
No, he
And
sold one.
It was Lenski.
Still counts.
But you know what? He's actually a freaking supporter and a good friend. Thank you, Lenski.
Thank you.
I saw my first order come in immediately after posting it. I was like, holy shit, we're getting ready to go. And that was the only order we sold.
It's just Lenski.
It was Lenski. Anyway, so it's actually funny. I got this for free. That's why I don't know what I'm... Like,
I knew it. They gave it to you with the car.
No. It's more. They didn't originally give it to me with the car. So I got the first car was stolen. Then I got the insurance money for it, and I got the second car, which took another 3 months.
They
The
try to get
second car... Let me
Buy 2 cars, get a free t-shirt.
buy two $130,000 cars, get a free T-shirt.
Anyways,
Buy a car, get it stolen. Buy it again. Here's the T-shirt.
it was worse. It was worse. I get my second car. I get the second car, and all I could tell you was Marvin Hassan Marvin.
All right, label. Pause.
those
We have to
asking-
redo that again.
So for those anyone listening to this doesn't know what that means, more problems, more worries, because the car had so many freaking problems I can't even begin to tell you. For starters, the Apple CarPlay didn't work when I got the car. Simply.
The
See, it
horrors.
is freaking no, it is. No, you don't realize how annoying that is. You have to
It
hold the
is so
phone
annoying.
in your hand.
Okay, I didn't-
And not just that, the music didn't work because it was all connected.
I don't think
so-
anything that is happening in a war-torn country right now is as bad as that. I'm actually being serious. There's driving without music.
No, I was holding
but the
my
fact
phone.
that a
and
BMW doesn't work is crazy.
it was crazy. So
faulty.
and they were telling me that I had to wait 3 weeks till they had a loaner car available. I'm like, bro, you know how much money I called them up. I'm like, trust me, you don't want to be
Label
around
called him
me.
up. He's like, "Do you know how much money I just spent on you guys? If I don't get a free T-shirt out of this,
No, I didn't. Anyways, the guy finally, I get through to someone. He's actually great. Just give him a heads up, whatever.
no.
Mike.
What's his name? What's he?
Nice
Mike,
job. Connor.
Mike from Freeport. Thank you,
Mike
Mike.
from Freeport BMW. Thank you so much.
He was great.
for
The
your-
point is that when I finally got in touch with him and he took care of me afterwards with the whole problem. They're really good, by the way. These guys are good. I promise you. They make you feel good, and it takes you a second to remember that, like you said, the car was worth $100 and a lot of money. Okay, and
100
over 6 figures. Okay,
It's
and
just funny that you're like being shy about like the extra 30. You already said it's worth over 100. Let's just say it's worth 100, and it was worth some money.
Slightly over
You said
129.
That was 20, not even going to get into the million exactly.
the point is that they make you feel good. Like when he finally fixed the issue, he's like, "Come, we're going shopping. Let's go." He gives me a T-shirt. I'm like, but that's their way of making you feel good.
Come,
Like,
we're
we
going
take
shopping?
care of
You,
you.
like, went- there's
no,
a-
in BMW
in
they
the
have a
store, they
store.
have a
Yeah,
store?
in the dealership they have a store.
So what do they give you? Just one T-shirt? Anything else?
They gave me 2 items: a T-shirt and I took a knapsack. Like
A
whatever. I get the
how much
total
is
How
that?
much
sum.
they charge? Like
Yeah, how much they
150
charge
bucks
that
for
T-shirt?
that?
No, I think it was like
That's
40
probably
bucks.
$40 for the
Yeah,
knapsack.
the
That's
knapsack.
probably
No,
like 100.
inside of a BMW store, they're gonna charge $80 for a T-shirt.
Whatever. Who gives a shit what they're charging? The point is, it's
We
like
do. We want to know if we got your money's worth.
No,
wanna know.
even there
And
by
we're all
their
Jewish.
measures, it's let's say max $200 for both. Let's just say max.
Right,
I'm
that's
telling
what I
you,
would figure.
like
Totally-
yippee,
totally worth it.
Yeah, $200 after all this headache. Like just fix my damn car within. Don't give me a broken car, and if you're going to fix it within 3 days of me getting it and calling you up, whatever.
Is it fixed now?
Yeah, now it seems to be fixed. It was being weird because while the Apple Play works right away, if you turn sometimes the the arrow that goes along the ways that shows you where you are, sometimes it was getting stuck like in the middle of buildings and you were like officially in Wendy's and it was like,
I hate that.
But it seems like now it's
I
kind
told
of-
you you should have gotten a free month.
Yeah,
And
but
if you would have had me negotiating it, I would have gotten
Here's
you a
what,
free
do
month.
you guys act?
You know
do you
what's
guys like
funny
lock
is
your
that-
door at night now? Like, do you hide the keys?
changed
We're
locks.
very. Our back one automatically locks, and the front one we're very cognizant about.
I also
you
got
hide your keys?
I also got.
And we hide our kids.
I put in
hide your keys, hide your wife.
I also put a GPS in.
Hide your children.
I also put an exterior GPS, a different GPS aside from the car's GPS.
Smart.
So
I mean, once it's in China, that GPS isn't helping you.
what?
Once
Yeah,
it's in China.
but the point is they disabled my GPS within 30 minutes. So even if I was around, I wouldn't know where the car was because the minute they take it, bam, you have 30 minutes to
Where's
track
the
it.
other?
And
Where
it-
is the other GPS now?
This will give another 6 hours.
actually in the engine?
This one gives
in
you
the
another
engine?
6
Yeah,
hours.
it's like not possible.
In the front,
Zach, I'm not gonna.
the back, in the anus.
Exactly where is it so that if someone watching
What's
this...
what's the password to disable it?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
No,
whatever.
but this one now it just gives them it gives you basically an extra 6 hours while it's sitting at the port.
right, correct.
Which is
Okay,
all the
that's
time.
I'm
He
just
needs
saying,
to-
yeah, it's huge.
that's
I'm
a
just
huge
saying.
thing.
he has a 6-hour mission impossible to get the car back.
And did the cops ever like recontact you or?
No.
It's done.
Freaking idiots. No, yeah, the car's gone. But I'm just saying that, like, whatever. That detective was such a god. I hope he doesn't listen to this. I don't honestly make him feel
Those
bad.
cops honestly probably are not going to be cops in a year. They're probably going to go into
just
sales
never-
somewhere or
Yeah.
something. They're going to move on to another
They
job.
can't even do sales. If they're able to do sales, they wouldn't look like such morons. Like
I
that
don't
would be
know
the
what they
first
can do,
step.
but they're
At
not
least
gonna
pretend
be-
that you.
They're not going to be cops. I can tell you that much.
Whatever.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving
on.
on. So that's actually the story of the T-shirt. But I thought this was a cool T-shirt when I took it off the rack.
It is a
In
cool
between
t-shirt.
cool and Dad's taking me to a car show.
No, I actually like Zach's like Euro call.
You
It's
know
a
what?
good
I'm
one.
throwing it in the garbage.
Yeah,
by
which
the way.
was
don't throw it
also
in the
be
garbage.
written on
It's in
Laibel.
between.
Yeah.
I
What's
think
their call?
it's
Like Laibel dresses well, like in like purely like he gets like all your clothing fits you very well, but it's all very like
Because I have nothing to hide. I don't need black.
no, but you
clean.
dress like someone who made his money having very much something to hide.
What? I dress? Say that again?
You dress like a human trafficker.
What?
what you're saying is that all your clothing is extremely loud.
It's all,
Really?
it's just very
Well,
European.
your favorite T-shirt is the Frankie one.
And your favorite sweatshirt's the Kenzo Lion one that makes it looks like you're screaming at like an entire stadium.
First of
That
all,
thing could scare a
angry.
child. If a 2-year-old saw that thing, it would automatically have trauma the rest
okay,
of
first
its
of all,
life.
I've worn it a total of 10 times. Okay, you make
Yeah.
it sound like a weirdo. It's
Because
in the
it's
winter.
only in the winter.
Yeah.
And 10 times is a
You know
lot.
something? I
mean-
love my Kenzo sweatshirt that I
No,
bought.
we have to. By the way,
It's
we
really
have to
nice.
put that up. Exactly
It's
what it is.
really, really
We're gonna
nice.
put it up. It is very nice, but there is a huge lion on this, as red as you can get sweatshirt.
Yeah, Kenzo has like they've found a red that's redder than other reds, and they're like,
So you're basically saying I wear loud clothing.
Yeah.
That's essentially what you're saying. I don't wear that loud clothing.
not loud. You're just
No,
Euro
that's
trash.
That's super loud.
I'm just giving
guys
you
are
shit, man.
overrated.
You're great. You're great.
And tell me I'm awesome, please.
You are awesome,
thank you.
and you dress
Oh,
well. You're great.
Okay, fine. Good. I now feel
Women
secure.
want to have sex with you, Laibel.
Whoa. Where did that come from? That was. I know that, but I'm saying.
right.
All right, yeah.
What are we doing next?
Right, we're not doing.
Can we pull a label?
Oh, we're not.
Zach, don't you have something you do on loop? Don't do it.
He'll be like laughing like that was amazing. Next.
Can we actually talk before we even discuss Loop? Can we talk? You guys are making fun of me. Can we
Oh,
talk about?
yeah.
Can we talk about that podcast? I don't even know if we should even give them the.
What are we talking about?
So basically, after there's this other Jewish podcast,
Buckle Up.
Buckle Up podcast
Buckle Up.
or whatever. Anyways, the point.
Label's
what-
trying to give him as
he's
much
trying to give-
side eye
yeah,
as
yeah,
possible.
No.
Bombastic side-eye.
Buckle up.
Anyways,
What are they called? Buckle schmucks? I don't know. Butt fucks? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what their name is, but they're not even funny.
the fuck up podcast?
anyways, Buckle Up Shlita podcast. So they were doing a after the Flatbush Girl podcast. They did a
Review.
What's the word I'm looking for?
Can
Not a
I
review.
just do it?
Yes, let's go ahead.
Ami, who's really actually funny, and he's
He
gone
is.
viral a couple times. He's incredible at.
FYI, Ami, I love your Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, he's incredible
He
at
has
person.
120,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
realize he's like legit.
Killing the game.
Legit.
Killing the game.
He's very
Killing the
funny.
game.
He has, he is.
Yeah, no, I'm killing the game. So he does a great Jordan Peterson, great and Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro. And now he's done Laibel.
Yeah. I am in the Ben Shapiro Jordan Peterson conversation.
I think it's an honor. Like,
It
that's it. Like,
You're
Yeah.
certainly a media
Also, the
personality.
call wasn't off.
I didn't say it was off at all.
what did he say? He said,
You sound like you're angry and constipated at the same time.
I love it. I was honestly like, let's go. Like, apparently my voice, which I don't even realize, by the way, is that bad and that distinct.
Oh, Laibel.
I don't even understand. I don't
Your voice
understand
is
it.
great.
You sound like Marge Simpson.
Like who?
Can you do me a favor? Can you say homie,
Can you say Homer?
homie?
Just say Homer.
Homer. That's so funny.
Have you watched The
So that
Simpsons?
legitimately sounded like it.
Homer's wife.
Anyways, the point is very simply, okay? People tell me this all the time that my voice is like horrific, and I'm just like, really? Like, to me, it sounds totally normal, which explains a lot of my life in general. To me, things seem very, very normal, and people look at me and they're like,
no one's gonna think their voice.
by the way,
off.
right?
It's not so
Well,
crazy.
let's face it.
I don't know.
And
You ever heard your
everyone-
own voice recorded?
Everyone,
it's horrendous.
but
no
everyone-
one likes listening
right.
to their own
Do you
voice.
guys listen to the podcast afterwards?
Honestly,
Because
my
I couldn't.
talking
Very
voice,
rarely.
is okay, but when someone shows me something I sing, I like shrivel up and die.
Same.
Yeah, I
I
can't
can't.
listen to
Like,
myself.
people who listen to their own WhatsApp voice notes are mentally insane.
Yeah.
Man, like they have a serious mental disorder.
Anyways, we have to continue what was going on. So he said, yeah. So he did an imitation of me. That was the basic word. A skit of me.
He just imitated.
He
your
imitated
voice.
me. Of like my conversation with Flatbush Girl, which was frankly hilarious. I freaking loved it. And that is what we're referring to specifically.
good at it.
What?
He
Yeah,
got
I
it.
hope he keeps on going. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, like,
feel
Well,
like
what do
you
you
also-
think of his take?
what take?
That like you guys ripped on her because she was a woman. But if it
That was the
a-
other guy.
No, it was both of theirs.
No, he was just making. I mean, he's obviously making fun of me, but he was more himself was more focused on the
voice.
voice and the imitation. The other guy was giving me his take. I think he's an idiot. I mean, I disagree with him. What does that mean?
I would assume.
So
you would
Laibel has
disagree
a-
with
No, I don't. I actually don't agree with him. I don't think I would say anything different in the world if it was a man. And I think running to the woman card is stupid. And pretending that he's like he's coming up with some like unbelievable
He said
sociological experimental.
Yeah, he said from a
classic
sociological
liberal.
experiment perspective. He was like he tried to hide behind like
Throwing
an
like
opinion of it by giving
8
it.
adjectives.
Yeah.
And then say that as a woman. It was,
Correct.
well, like no, it has
He
nothing
basically
to do
took a
with
shot at Laibel but tried to not take a shot at him by hiding behind a sociological experiment that I am just trying to subjectively look at.
Also, another thing to me, I mean, apparently, and there was another person I was speaking to in the DMs also about this. It's clear from also what he was saying that, which I understand, that he does not understand the purpose of this podcast or what my beliefs are. And Shmueli can talk for himself, but I don't think either what his beliefs are, like what I think surrounding orthodoxy and what I feel specifically for myself, by the way, about orthodoxy and like my personal quote unquote gripes with it are. I actually have zero gripes towards orthodoxy.
I think to defend his take, I think that if you're not following the podcast closely and you don't really get a feel for like what you believe
Correct.
in, it's not crazy for someone to see just that episode, like be shown clips and go, oh, I think this guy hates women. When in reality, you just
that's
stand up for
stupid.
Torah values,
No, I
and you would have
disagree with that.
absolutely been a dick to a man.
No, first of all, I totally disagree with that. There's no inference from that podcast alone that I hate women. No.
No,
I-
no, honestly, there's
Not that you
only
hate women, but that you're anti-Flatbush Girl because she's a champion for women's rights. I can understand why someone would have that take.
even if it's
I
wrong.
could see why you're right. I could maybe see it, but that's not hating
Because she's a
women.
feminist, not because
Well,
not that you.
I'm
hate women,
anti-feminism,
you hate
maybe. I'm not
feminism,
anti-women.
There
It's
are
a
some
totally different
people who
thing.
would say that being anti-feminism is being anti-women, which I know you disagree with, but I'm just saying that is the way.
Yeah,
a way
okay.
a lot
No,
of
it
people
happened. I
think.
also said it very clearly also in this thing that I can understand why he does not forgetting about that podcast in general. Even if, by the way, you've watched a bunch of these podcasts, you still my view on this is like my own view. I'm not sure how many people I know that hold my view surrounding orthodoxy. Like I spent a personally considerable amount of time trying to figure it out on my own based on my upbringing of like how I see orthodoxy, how I see the issues.
Do you
and
feel like you see
the
it
po-
differently
Let me
than your
finish. Let me
parents?
just finish the positive and negatives of the Orthodox community, which to me are totally separate things.
Yeah.
Community and orthodoxy.
And
I
I'll
don't
tell
know
you
what else. I
exactly
don't
where it's
know.
gotten him. It's gotten him to get a BMW instead of a Range Rover.
What does that mean? I don't get the joke.
That means that every classic Jewish person that can afford those types of cars usually gets the Range Rover
Right.
because the Range Rover says something. But because you've worked through a lot of things, you're like, I will get the BMW.
That was
I don't. That's a stretch. To the next. I don't even know what you're saying.
Joke in a bit. It was supposed to.
It went downhill.
You've done
That was
better.
deep.
You've done better.
I've done better.
You've done better.
Anyways,
Do you? I am actually curious.
You're asking me
because-
questions, sorry.
Because I oftentimes I've heard you say on this podcast that like you do things your own way and you obviously like you're not interested in like censoring yourself, but you like you stand up for like Torah values. But now you're telling me that you changed from the way you grew up, how you even view orthodoxy. Like, would you say that you and your parents like disagree on like fundamental philosophies about
I don't think
what
so.
it means to be
Maybe
like a Torah observant Jew?
Maybe slightly, but I'm not sure how much. I'm not sure how much in the context of what orthodoxy in and of itself is, if we take away everything and we're not talking about how to, like, just in a total vacuum of what it should look like, I don't think so much, no.
Do you think you would line up with them 9 out of 10 times? Maybe even more.
My thing is never about, like, the orthodoxy itself. My thing could be about the community. We could discuss from today till tomorrow different problems and how to be better, blah, blah, blah. But I'm also a big believer in coming at something from a place of trying to make it better and not try to tear it down. And that's a very, people will claim I'm trying to make it better.
Last question: how many people sent you that clip?
Not that many, if I'm being totally honest. Probably like
Really?
3 to 5.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was hoping. I promise you, I was hoping more. Like I
Definitely
wanted.
expected more.
I did. I like you said. Honestly, it was an honor. The first person who said it to me, I'm like, this is freaking awesome. This is like a jump. Like, let's go.
Who kept you from? Was it Rabbi Mechanic?
No, not at all. I had good role models.
You'll get his like Bal Chiva story another time.
I have good role models and good friends. I don't know.
All right.
Going into famous people, I by mistake because we both have Instagrams. My Instagram, I have the mislabeled one, and I have my own.
Yeah.
And I was
And
trying
Sam
to,
Moore music.
yeah, but I never use that anymore. And
Can we talk about that for a second? How for 1 minute you decided that
for 1 minute, I decided that I'm gonna be more open with my music and stuff.
He's like, I'm canceling regular Sam Moore, and then you're back.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
You're like, I'm gonna put myself out there. No, I'm not.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm like, nah, validation's not.
Wait, I think I know
happening.
what you're about to bring up though.
Oh yeah, no. So I was posting a bunch of like my personal family photos and some dick pics on Mislabeled instead of on my personal page, and I posted my nephew. And Label saw it and like looked. My nephew apparently looks exactly like Steiny.
Oh, you didn't hold on.
I didn't mean to.
Did you leave it on there?
By mistake for like a second.
You took it down.
I took
eventually?
it down.
Yeah, and then I reposted it to the stories.
Oh, you did?
I was the one who posted to the stories with, "Is this Steiny,
Who's Steiny?
Shmu's
No,
nephew, or
no.
Condoleezza Rice?"
Okay.
That was me.
Yeah.
Who's
No,
Steiny?
I took down all the photos.
He's
because-
incredibly intelligent. He's like a philosopher, and he's on the Nelk podcast. He's like one of the most eloquent, well-spoken. Like, really, it's just a lot to say on like socioeconomic
By
issues.
the way, talking about Steiny for a second, I actually like Steiny, and I'm not just saying that.
Oh, he'll come on the pod one day.
No, what I
and
mean-
I think he's brilliant.
What I mean to say is
As
that
a philosopher.
everyone hates on him on.
I happen to be a big Steiny fan.
I think he's unbelievable. I think his bit is everlasting. It's tremendous. I think he knows exactly what the fuck is up.
Yeah.
And everyone hates on him, and he's like
He's playing a character.
Oh, 100.
Yeah,
but he
yeah.
knows. But he knows he is.
But
that's his
anyways,
bit.
apparently my nephew Eitan looks like Steiny.
He does.
Do you agree with
And
Paul?
I thought it was hilarious.
You didn't.
I mean, he
figure
really
that
does.
out. That was Zach's call.
Yeah, it was not my call. That wasn't me.
Got it.
No, but
Right. So Steiny both looks like a 17-year-old boy, and your 17-year-old nephew also kind of looks
like
like
a 28-year-old man.
he kind of looks like a 40-year-old man.
Eitan, we love you.
Eitan, we love you. And it was bad lighting. You looked kind of middle-aged in that pic. It's fine.
Anyways,
Also, I literally felt so old finding out that he was 17.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I was there when he
My
was.
oldest nephew.
I don't know what I was about to say. I was there when he was born. I meant I was in the picture when he was born.
Yeah,
I wasn't
we
in
were
the doctor's.
sixth grade.
Crazy.
That's really weird, man. It's weird.
Yeah, I actually had the same T-shirt at the time.
anyways, screw you.
Vroom vroom.
Anyways, Steiny at the end of the day liked the picture. He respected it. He
We've
liked
talked
the
to
goal.
Steiny a bunch.
Yeah.
Steiny's a done deal. He's coming on the pod any day now.
He was just over our house in Dago.
Steiny, if you come on the pod, we are going to be so much nicer to you than Andrew Schultz was. I promise.
Oh, that's for fucking sure.
and we have less Hitlery haircuts.
I actually really
But
thought
we do
Schultz
have
was-
mustaches.
yeah.
I actually thought Schultz was a total douche in that particular pod.
I actually agree with you.
Yeah.
And I don't want to talk shit on Andrew because I want him on the pod.
He'll
one day.
come on eventually.
Andrew, yeah, I'm taking Steiny's side. I think he was
We're
kind of
like,
a douche.
yeah, people are gonna come on people's podcasts. We're not gonna be
That's
nice
true.
about everything.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
people are
Yeah,
gonna,
that's
are gonna-
Authenticity over everything.
Yeah.
I say it as it is.
I just saw Shane Gillis, who the dog, and I just saw him on Schultz, and Schultz was throwing a hissy fit kind of it. He was just really upset that he was wearing sunglasses, which I think he just does for a bit. And he's like, I can't talk to you if you're wearing sunglasses.
Does he go on Tim Dillon?
Who?
Does he go on Tim Dillon?
They all go on Tim Dillon.
I'm saying Tim.
Oh,
wears
Tim
those
always
sunglasses.
wears sunglasses.
Yeah.
Tim wears those awful,
They're awesome.
gigantic. Yeah. Is Tim Dillon getting? This is a joke for the 4 Tim Dillon. Is he getting money paid by Ralph Lauren? You notice that everything he wears is All right, never
I
mind.
didn't.
I love Tim Dillon.
No, I watch him a little bit, like not
Yeah.
a ton, but I didn't
By the way,
notice
Tim
that.
Dillon is a really good example of like a sociopath doing well in America.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Is he
he's
crazy?
evil, but he's hilarious.
Can we talk for a second about Loop? Can we jump into Loop for
Yeah,
one
we can talk
second?
about Loop.
Because we were
Do
brought that
the
up.
non-Jews have Loop?
You will not meet anyone more anti-loop than Laibel.
There's a lot of people don't know what Loop is. A lot don't.
Yep.
What is Loop?
Loop is a new dating app. That's the simplest way to put it.
Yeah.
And
It's not a
context-
Jewish app. It's not just for Jews.
It's not meant for Jews.
made by Jews though.
It's made by Jews. It is not just meant for Jews.
Yeah.
Kind of like
Concept.
the banking system or the weather.
Or yeah.
Correct.
Fair.
I'm glad someone caught that. Jesus Christ. Like, sometimes I do a bit like,
Yeah. You really thought Laibel was gonna catch that?
No, I got the joke. What are you talking about?
okay,
It's
good.
just
good.
an anti-Semite.
It was just a very Zacky joke.
Yeah, very
And then you've made them probably a few hundred times before. and I'm just tired of it.
No, I hear it. That was a funny
Is it also
one.
tax fraud based on
Yeah.
No,
Here's-
the
because-
concept of loop is that
Yeah.
people that you already know.
I'm scared Shmueli's answer is going to be a 4-minute answer.
No,
So.
people that you already know, setting them up with
Yeah.
other people that they already know.
It's
so
not-
it's like,
it's not
a
like-
spider web.
Meaning the
Yeah.
Jewish world already had this system. It's kind of
Just
brought
getting
into
matched up
that.
with your friends.
Yeah.
It's unlike JSwipe or unlike Tinder or any of these other dating apps. Instead of an infinite stream, you only have access to people who are friends with you
Instead of an
or friends of a
algorithm,
friend.
right.
And then you can suggest, you can be like, hey, this person seems cool. Could you, my mutual friend, set me up with them?
I think
it's
it
a
is-
cute idea.
I think it's a fantastic idea.
I think it's a great idea.
think
It's
it's
a
a
very
great
buggy
idea as
app.
well.
The stupidest idea in the history of the universe.
That's a weird one. Before we
right.
get into why we brought up Loop,
I'm obviously being a little extreme,
No,
but
why
I
do you
think
think
it's
it's
a
so
totally.
bad?
That's like
I
a
think it's
good
a
idea.
dumbass app.
People set up other people all the time in the world.
Because
And this just
Yes, but
just allows for that one extra.
also-
One second. This just allows for one extra step of the people that you don't actually know.
Yeah.
And
why do I need an extra step? It's that we have JSwipe and Tinder where you just swipe directly on that person. They're all on the same goddamn app.
because
people
this
are-
allows
People are more likely to go out with people who it comes from an idea. Instead of a random person.
I don't know if that's
It's
true.
like you've been vetted.
Everyone,
Sure.
From the girl's perspective, for sure.
Hold on. I don't necessarily hear that. People might be more likely to do that if there's a phone call where someone calls someone up and is like, hey, this is a great idea, where it's a direct sale and it's like a pitch.
No, but when you get an idea and you're interested, you're gonna text that person like, "Wait, do you really know her?"
Right. so-
And then that's it. It's a direct
So
contact.
to me, most of the things that I've seen on Loop happen that I've had any involvement in, and it's probably maybe due that no one wants to set me up. Fair enough, but
I want to set you up.
But I do get.
I made a
I'm joking.
great-
I'm saying I do get a lot of whatever those
yeah.
notifications, right? And when I've looked at them, they're just random people, like setting up with random people,
There
and,
is-
and,
there
and
is a
it's
lot
just
of that.
so much
Sure.
bullshit. And it's just like the people I want to set up with, I'll just find me an app that just swipes right. They'll let them look at me. If I look sexy and they like me, they'll
This
swipe
isn't
right
just
too.
about looking sexy. This
No,
is a
but
way
it-
of like I
well-
actually think your personalities would
Right,
No,
it's
it's
a fair
a
loop is only a picture.
It's a mix between.
You're only saying yes to the girl based on her picture.
Yes,
That's all
correct.
It's there. There's no
No,
bio.
you're
That's
saying,
my
but you are
point.
so you're on Loop. You're saying yes to the picture, but you're also saying yes on the fact that a
Someone
mutual
else
friend
suggested
going,
it,
yeah.
I actually know her.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
You would love for that to be the case. That's never the case. You know why? Because if the person knew someone else very well,
They
and
would have
knows
already
you,
suggested.
Correct.
I actually disagree.
I disagree.
Not
I disagree,
necessarily.
and I'll
It's
explain
out of
why.
sight. It's out of
10% of the
mind.
case.
I think
maybe.
because
On an
the
app, it becomes more.
exactly it
apparent,
becomes a
easier,
game, the
yeah.
easier, yeah.
People are more into it.
I don't know. At the end of the day, I know where Zach's going with
Label's
this, but
wrong.
give me 1 second.
Well,
but-
I've been
no,
having-
there's one other thing. But
Oh,
yes,
one other thing?
There's one other point about
That
it
you
that
don't
I won't-
like.
Yeah, and that is that to me, I don't know if someone said they made changes, but it might be the most confusing app I have ever been on in my whole entire goddamn life.
Again, disagreed.
Eliasev's friend Shmueli, who knows Beryl from Crown Heights, is setting up with Schmendrick from.
He's
I'm
right
like,
about
what
this.
the fuck
No,
is
he's
going
setting up
on?
this, and then you
I
don't know
agree.
you don't know
What
whether
is
you're getting
happening?
set up or you're being suggested to talk about this.
I
stuff
have
happening.
no idea what's going on. And most times, by the way, the person who actually ends up setting me up, because it's like Shmueli's friend, like the most simplest version is Shmueli's friend, Yossi, who lives in Milwaukee, is setting you up with
It
Sarah.
doesn't say who lives in Milwaukee.
I'm
You're
giving an
adding
example.
that.
No, I mean, it's Yossi. I have no idea who Yossi is. No, I'm explaining that I have no idea who Yossi is.
The app actually gives you an update like Shmueli's
And
friend
this
who
is
lives in
gonna be
Milwaukee
a-
is a fucking
And
nerd.
is a cancer.
This is gonna be a slight rib on Label. Label has a 180 IQ for certain things, and then there's certain things your IQ is like a 96 for.
Why? What's it
No,
not-
just in general. I don't know. It's like it's not that confusing. It's a little
It's not
confusing.
No, you can figure it out, but it's not as simply. Bro, when I'm on an app, I shouldn't be even thinking twice. Like, this is a fucking dating app.
I'm
I
just-
shouldn't-
yeah,
but I'm
I
just
hear
saying, the
it.
example that I'm giving at the end of the day is that the way the basic setup, what I was saying, is that it's Shmueli's friend, Yossi, who I don't know, is setting me up. This is basically the general structure. It's not normally Shmueli setting me up with someone. It's Shmueli's friend, Yossi.
That's the idea. The loop is
But
that
no
you're
one
not
knows,
supposed
but
to
the
be
Yossi-
setting.
Hold on.
The
Yossi
idea of loop
doesn't-
is that it's not going to be a person that's in your contacts. It's
But
going to
that's
be
so
it's
fucking...
going to be one person.
Oh my God, Jesus
abroad.
Christ, the person doesn't fucking know me.
But it's one person away.
Okay, and
it's
then
one
Jason-
person away
yeah.
instead of a shadchan or a matchmaker that's
No.
80,000
Correct.
people
It's,
away.
it's at most 2 degrees of separation.
Correct.
That's the most you can get.
It's not like 40 degrees
I
of
think
separation.
this is since Flab Girl the most upset I've seen him.
I told you,
just don't
nobody
understand.
One
yeah.
degree of separation.
I don't understand. But the 1 degree is all you need for the person not to fucking... Do you know your second cousins?
No, but at least
Yes,
I know.
conversation
no,
over.
but,
Nobody
at
can
least,
ask his
but he can
cousin.
ask his cousin what you're like.
What?
But he can ask the
But
person
they
what
don't
you're
know.
like.
No, but that's not how it works. They don't know you. They're sitting behind your phone on a freaking computer. Oh yeah.
Sometimes they do. You don't know. You have
No,
no
they never do.
clue.
Has it ever
Also,
happened
on
with you one time?
J-Swipe, you definitely don't know
Yeah.
the person.
Huh?
On J-Swipe, you most definitely don't know the person.
Right.
But at least it's a direct thing. I don't have to wait for some random person to start helping
Okay.
me.
Which comes back to the point Safoosh brought up, which is I think the main thing that Loop is good at is I think a lot of women are more will actually go on a date with you faster. We all match with girls in Jason, and it doesn't end up on a date.
Yeah,
the
like
girls, if they
80%.
match with you on Loop, they're actually wanting you to take them
That-
out
that's
because
fair.
you've been vetted by a friend of theirs.
Or at least that you have their text the way that might be.
Yeah,
That might
yeah.
be.
I will
You're
say,
not-
my
yes,
one,
yes.
my
Yeah,
one,
so that's
YouTube-
a positive.
You
I
get the
can-
number. You
I
get
can
the
hear
number.
that as
get the
being
number
a
right
positive.
away.
You get the number right
Which
away.
I hear as
they're
well.
gonna change.
I didn't. By the
feel.
way, I didn't know that they can just get your number. Like a girl randomly reached out to me probably like 3 days ago, and she was just like, "Hi, I'm blank from Loop." I'm like,
No,
So
see,
you
here's the
matched.
thing. You must have matched with her.
You matched.
"No, I did. We matched. I matched on
So
Loop."
why were you surprised?
No, but
No,
I was
I
surprised. I
would.
didn't know that
You
she
would
had my
think it'd be
number.
in the app at first.
I thought
Oh,
in
you
the
would think,
app
yeah,
they had
you-
to
yeah.
message
You
or
would think
something.
you'd
All of
do
a sudden, someone has my phone number.
Yeah.
Like
I've
what
been
the
opening with send nudes. Just first
I
step.
was just like, what?
Guys, also Shmu's number is very hard to get and extremely private. So
Correct.
do not get to just.
So what happened with that girl? Was there a date?
No, I actually
Getting married?
No, I'll tell you exactly what I told her. I told her that thank you for reaching out. I really appreciate it, but honestly, I'm traveling.
not dating right now.
No, I'm traveling for the next month, so like, there's no real point in getting into anything
Right, yeah.
until after I come back from Israel. So,
Zach, what are your loop numbers? How many matches?
I got a lot of matches. None of them were turning into dates. There was always something. Either I guess it would always be someone suggested, and the girl would just either not find me attractive, not be interested. Twice it was a girl that I was like, wow, this is a great match, super cute, seems cool. She's dating someone. Fine. So
Why did she
would-
match?
Why is she
But
on
I
Loop?
also,
What do you mean? People don't
Yeah,
always
everyone's
update
on
their
Loop.
yeah.
yeah.
Her
Oh.
brother, one
But
of them
how
was
did
like
she
literally
match?
her brother.
But doesn't she have to
no,
write?
he's saying
No, he's saying maybe
when he
they-
says
maybe
match,
they
he means
suggested,
suggestions. He doesn't mean
suggested.
mutual
Oh,
matches.
she didn't accept
Suggested.
it.
Yeah, I
Got
was
it,
getting
got
no
it.
match. I was getting plenty of suggestions. I
Oh,
was
yeah,
some very
no.
lovely friends who were trying to success. I was entertaining myself with that by doing two things. One is making really funny. You can highlight your friends. You
Yes.
can make a bio for them, which I like.
I think
give me,
your Go Grab one was your best one.
Yeah, I love the go.
I was your worst, I think.
I could redo yours, but like that's for me. That's just fun. Like, give me a chance to do some
Could have
creative
roasted
writing.
way better.
And then the other really fun way to use Loop is to set up your friends with their exes. That's
Oh, the
always
best.
fun.
The
Always fun.
best.
But then I found it's a good time.
So chutzpahdik.
It's a good time. I set up you with Esty. with Esty.
Oh,
Which she
okay,
politely
but that's
declined.
not. But that's not an ex.
Harmless.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's actually
Yeah.
That was harmless.
We
then-
need good ex ones, like horrific breakups.
I actually
and, like,
I don't know your horrific exes, but
I don't know. I'm
if
saying for me, I don't have any. I'm
Right.
saying we need horrific breakups.
she on Loop? Shmuel, I'm coming for you.
Hey.
But
I have some good people I can tell you for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think any of them were on Loop.
No, I have some solid ones.
Also, I think more yeshivish people will sign up for Loop than J-Swipe.
I love when I do that. I do like a really like sweet and innocent like, hey, I really know both of you guys. Your guys' vibe would really work. Like, I just really sweeten the deal. Like, I don't know. I feel like you guys are gonna make some great memories. While Shmueli's literally getting like nom face right now. He's like looking at
I'm like
"Oh,
wondering
God."
like who's on Loop, who's not on Loop.
You know,
Anyways,
I-
okay. Recently, I found a third way to have fun Loop, which is playing God, which is taking matters into your own hands. And so what I did is I got sick and tired of getting all these great matches and never going anywhere, or these suggestions. So I just made a second account with a second email for Zach Adler. I put a bunch of different pictures of me on that one and a completely different bio, because why not? But it was clearly me. And then I just started suggesting myself to many unsuspecting women.
So like Sarah gets a Zach has suggested
Zach Adler has suggested Zach Adler to you.
So you
Different
think she's
pictures,
not gonna-
but same guy.
You
No,
think
no,
she's
no.
not gonna connect
No,
with that?
obviously I'm going winky the whole time. My
okay.
opening is, hey, I think you two guys would get along great. He's me, by the way. It's Zach. Hi.
In case
I
you didn't
actually
know,
think any girl who cannot respect that move is just honestly not marriage
Boys,
material.
I'm happy to.
That's it.
I just want a second date with someone who said yes from that.
They
so.
should. They should absolutely.
Let's go.
And any girl
Yeah.
who can't respect that and it's like, oh my god, he's a creep. You're probably single.
No, it's not
You're single
creepy.
for
It
a
was a
reason.
great move. It's
No.
just funny because
Look
I'm
up
using
to-
loop exactly the way you were not supposed to use it, and
No, there could be totally be girls like whatever that don't appreciate it that are like whatever.
Oh, sure. Then I don't want to date them. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, if you don't find me funny, that's not, we're not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, no, there was one other thing. Oh yeah, no, I also get a lot of suggestions, no matches. Shocking.
Yeah,
I can't understand why.
I do. Here's my question: are there non-Jews? Someone told me.
is-
Someone
I
told me
think
that it's
so.
obviously a lot of Jews because Jews already do this. We're very insular community. It's just a digital version of what we do. Someone told me that there's a huge Indian population, and
Makes
That makes sense.
my goal now is to cross-pollinate
Yours
the Indian.
is like, how do we get Sarah and Pothead?
Yes, I am trying to get the Indian community of Loop and the Orthodox Jewish community of Loop to like intermesh.
All you need is like 2 because then it just goes.
It'll go
two,
boop,
two,
boop, boop,
down.
boop, boop.
that's all you need.
It's like it's just exponential.
It's like COVID.
Just get like one Indian.
I need a
All
coffin
you
to
need
mesh
is
onto
one
someone.
Indian
Get
friend.
one Indian person's number to
Oh
bar.
my God.
Yes. That's it.
Bro, you work in PWC.
Yeah, get us.
There's gotta be some
Asians.
Asians. There's no
Wait,
Indian.
find out if the Asians are on Loop. Find out if
Okay,
they're on Loop.
I'll text. Yeah, fine.
I'm not joking around. Find out if they're on Loop.
I'll
Let's go.
message Jin Lin and
Yeah. It's not good when just someone's name is making you laugh. It's not good. That's not a good sign. Keep in mind, we're in a religion. You have a friend named Yechetzkel. Like, just keep that in mind.
Jin Lin's a funny name.
Oh, you just
Wow, that.
spit across a glob across the table. Just
I
now.
just had a flashback to the movie Osmosis Jones. Like, I know he was riding that piece of spit and is inside me right now having adventures. That was disgusting.
I'm sorry. Jin Lin was a funny name.
Oh my gosh. Anyways,
Yeah, that's my mission. That's my mission. Let's get some good like.
How does it work? You need one-
cross-pollination.
let's get some good
Get some
Pothead.
cross pollination.
how would that work again though? You would need just one match.
Once you get one match and someone becomes friends with them, then all of a sudden their friends are my friends and their friends. Now their friends are checking out my friends. Boop 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 boop.
Boobity 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 boobity. Now they're going to 7-Eleven. That's great. I wonder if on loop like that's.
Imagine you could do the voice. You know, on like one of those apps, you could do a voice.
Oh yeah, on Hinge. On Hinge,
Oh,
it's
okay.
a new thing. Like a lot of people are playing guitar or whatever, or like whatever. It's
Yeah.
like a whole thing.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine an
like,
Indian
loop.
guy?
Okay, so
Imagine
apparently-
an Indian guy.
I really do wonder if there's a lot of like Jewish Indian couples. You know, I don't know if you know this is a thing. Obviously, in the secular world, Asians and Jews date a lot.
Really?
Oh,
Yes,
They're very
yes.
similar. They're very similar.
Yeah, the culture's similar, but Indian culture
We're
also has
both much
similarities.
smarter than the rest of the world.
We literally own Harvard. Yeah. So
Bad at sports, ugly, but smart.
so I do wonder if there's like a lot of like Indian Jewish coupling and
And
like
small penises.
oh yeah, Jews do get hit with the small penis stereotype.
Yeah.
Why?
Zach says
I'm
it's not
rocking a
true.
cool 17 inches. I don't know where that came from.
You're on the wrong side of you.
Conservative estimates have me at several feet. I don't know. I don't check the numbers. I don't check. You have to read about it in The Economist. Honestly, what would you guys do without me on the podcast when we interview people like Chris Gronkowski? What would you guys do without me?
Yeah.
I'm the only person here who knows about Dan Marino's football career. And
That's
you
your
guys,
favorite thing is giving him Dan Marino.
yeah, because that's kind of
There's
my whole
another
thing.
one?
I'm trying to bring
another
back
story
Dan
besides
Marino.
that story.
I thought there was another story, but we're moving topics clearly. So I'm just saying that Chris. First of all, with Chris Gronkowski, we've met a nice amount of decently like famous people at this point.
Yeah.
Honestly, the numbers of very nice to not nice, it's almost been. I think everyone is really really nice.
So
Yeah.
I think that's valid, but I also think, I think anyone can be nice for 2 hours, especially.
Well,
I think that's a
I
fair
feel like
point.
I feel like
question
it's so
for interview.
judgmental.
Who was your favorite person to interview thus far?
For me, Montes.
And Warren?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I mean, Sonny Perlman, bro. Non-celebrity, but that's
Honestly,
my favorite.
it's weird, but I love having Menachem Poznansky on.
Yeah,
Doesn't
he's,
surprise
he's,
me.
he's great.
I just love it.
We know Labels with Flatbush Girl. That's
And it happens to be Chris. There are certain. I agree with you. Like I'm a big believer in like celebrities are all douchebags. Like and they might not be, but like.
I'm not a
not
believer.
that
No,
famous.
But
Yeah,
I
but
would
he's not like a.
He's like
No,
he's
but
not
I
even.
know
He's
my-
like D-list maybe.
No, but my initial assumption like is always you're a douchebag unless you can prove otherwise.
Right. Yeah. Guilt
But-
until proven
right?
innocent.
Which is already maybe
It's
stupid,
crazy
I
in
don't know.
its own right
But,
between me and
but
you.
like
but okay.
that for celebrities to me, like that's just like.
No, you know what that is, by
you're-
the way. I think I know what
But
that
Chris
is.
Gronkowski, I think
I
genuinely.
think that
is a
comes
really,
from the
really
fact
nice
that
guy.
we look up to celebrities. Like some of them are
Yeah.
heroes, and because we're so saddened when we find out that celebrities are dicks, that it's easier to adopt that they're all dicks,
Yeah.
so that you don't get hurt every
Yeah.
time. I just found out Hugh Jackman got divorced, and I was sad. I was like actually
for
sad.
27 years or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was
I
like
love
the
Hugh.
one that was like married for
yeah.
marriage because
He
was
like his wife was 13 years older, and not
Yeah.
like Leonardo DiCaprio, who's just like
Yeah.
going after every
12 years
26
old.
It doesn't mean he's a bad guy, but it did hurt me. That
he was the
got divorced.
Tiger Woods of being a
I'm
perfect
surprised,
human.
I'm surprised
and
that
then
you
totally
disagree
wasn't.
with me. I'm surprised that you disagree with me that most celebrities are douchebags.
I don't think you could. I'm not saying that's not true, but you can't go into a. It's like
Like the
going.
status
I'm being
quo.
honest. That's just a racist take. It's like going into any ethnicity.
100%.
Hear me out, and saying that you assume everyone is like that. Yeah, they may be like that, but you have to judge each person on the
I
merits of
agree.
their character.
I
Do you think
agree.
the same about
I agree.
athletes, or it's like
What?
only
Same, yeah,
athletes?
celebrities.
Any famous person.
100%, yeah, it's a racist take.
But it is a racist take.
So who
It
are
is.
the, who are
I'm
the
not saying-
it
celebrities
could be
that are like,
factually true overall, but that doesn't make it that it's
I
okay
agree,
to walk
I
in
agree.
and
But
assume
then
that.
every single one that I meet, I always say I'm going to go in with an open mind.
Oh, then okay.
But if you were to ask me, like if I'm surprised if they were to be, I'd be like, no. I'd be more surprised that they aren't.
Right. Okay. Fair
there's
enough.
some like pimple faced kid in Lakewood right now being like, I actually met Shmueli and Laibel at a restaurant and they were nice and I thought all celebrities were.
I'm getting selfie pics these days.
Yeah. By the way,
I'm
I'm getting selfie pics.
We were
too. I'm
we
just
were
saying.
in Queens on Friday night. Some guy staring at Warren. I'm like, yes, that is the guy from Mislaibeled.
And I didn't even realize.
Warren didn't like it, but
Yeah.
No, I know because I didn't know. I was like, "What are you talking about?" That no, because I thought he was making fun of us. Because I thought he was saying like because
Right.
there's a guy staring and they're not saying anything that I'm so in my head egotistical that they're staring
No.
at me about Mislabeled. I wasn't even thinking anything and he just mentioned it.
and the guy's like, I love you guys.
No,
I
that,
I
find
got
that like
a
a-
40-year-old Lubob to take a selfie of me in seasons.
I find that
Weird.
like a really like cool,
But
like kind of
nice.
like nice, chill, socially normal way for me to go about my life these days is I just when I meet people I'm like yes from the podcast, and
Oh, do you
that
recognize-
really makes them like me.
Honestly,
Does
it makes my
Mislaibeled
day. I
make
love
it to
it.
the Crown Heights world? Like,
It's really
have
nice,
you
though.
been recognized? Like,
Yeah,
for
of
real?
course, been recognized. Not often, but like yeah, everyone's usually when I'm at a grocery store.
It's impossible to recognize Zach because every day he looks different.
Yeah, it's facts by the way. Facts. It's funny because I'll like if you just run through the podcast, I literally look different in every single
Can I
Every
say
single
something? I'm not
podcast.
against your dress up, but the only time I would ever wear what you're wearing right now is on perm. I'm, just like, I'm looking at what you're
Yo, but
wearing.
you look like a cliche
I take that
podcaster.
as a compliment.
No,
yeah.
it's great. I'm being dead serious. I'm not trying to shit on you.
Guys, I'm actually glad you're paying some attention to what I'm wearing today because I
I'm
have
just saying
some
that
drip.
purple thing, you would only catch me
Purple,
on
that
that
rug that you have on you.
That
It looks
purple-
like it's from an Persian
It
rug
looks
shop.
kind of gay. No,
I was only gay.
How about in Cleveland? Are you guys known in Cleveland?
I
Yeah,
don't live in Cleveland
yes,
anymore.
I know.
Yes, I'm known
Yeah.
in Cleveland.
What does that mean, known in Cleveland?
I'm telling
Like
you,
you go
I
to
went home for
shul,
Shmu.
you
I
don't
went
go
home for
to-
Shmu.
You're in the frum world. You're in the Orthodox world. People
home
are seeing
for,
you. Like,
I went home for a holiday 5 months ago and I got noticed.
if I walk into any public place right now, like basically, I was in Starbucks today.
We're cool.
In Five Towns, as an example. 3 people there. I'm saying I was in Queens on Shavuos. 6
Label
people
doesn't
there.
like it though because they're not.
It don't
he
mean
doesn't want
shit
to be-
if-
He does not want to be recognized by people that have less than $600,000.
Well, I have the same biggest.
Or 40,000 followers on
or
Instagram.
$40,000. If you don't have $50,000 in I don't want to be
That's
recognized.
so
by
not
you.
true. That's actually totally not
Remember,
true.
we can go back in the podcast. We had this argument. You said you don't
I
like
didn't
getting
say
recognized.
that. I didn't say that. I was
He
unsure
said
how.
in the
What else?
Upper West Side too, even though he loved it.
I was unsure. No, I fucking hated the Upper West Side. But I like the people, some of them there. I don't know all of them, but I just didn't like, it's just not my energy. That's
No,
it.
I mean you like being recognized in the Upper West Side.
No, I didn't. I didn't like it at all. What I said before is that the reason why I don't like it is because I was trying to figure out what I was feeling. I didn't have it clear.
It's true. You end up saying that you
And
just
I was
get
saying
shy.
that I get more shy and whatever. I just get more shy. I don't know how to explain it exactly.
I would pay money to see you shy somewhere. That'd be
I'm
great.
not shy like weird. It's just like whatever. It's just I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to. Explain
Anyways,
it.
back to no.
Wait, Zach, I hear you're doing stand up this tomorrow.
Yeah. The plan is to do it.
Do you have your
I don't want this
routine?
on air because then I might wuss out and not do it tomorrow. But yeah, that is the plan.
It's fine. This is not coming out.
It's not coming
for a
out for
while.
another 4 weeks.
True.
anyways.
Yeah,
Not
the planet,
4 weeks. But
And
you'll
everyone,
be done
when I
it.
tell people, they're like, "Oh, so I'll come to your show," and I'm like, "Oh, you're not coming to like the first 15. Like,
All right,
no
well,
one's seeing me."
Shmueli, we are doing stand-up,
Where are you
and
doing
everyone is welcome to come to my stand-up. I'm gonna post it. I hope everyone who
Laibel
hates
thinks
me.
that
Wow,
he's
wow,
gonna be
way
the
to
mo-
throw me under the bus. First of all, I
I'm
want to
not
do
trying
stand
to
up
throw
for
you
you
under the
guys.
bus.
I don't think you realize how difficult stand-up
No,
is.
Laibel thinks that he's like,
Laibel
he's
is-
like, I put my mind to it.
Laibel
I'm
is
gonna be the
100%
best
right
stand-up
now
person
illusions
ever.
of grandeur. He really thinks he's going to invite the whole 5 towns, all of his friends, and he's going to be amazing. It's going to be like a young Chappelle in the making.
Queer.
You know something? I'm
He
so
really
sick
thinks
and
he's
tired of
hilarious.
this.
Queer.
I want to do
Ready?
this. I
right
want
now.
to
Say
actually
your
do
first
this.
joke. You're standing on the stage. Go.
First of all, we didn't say it has to be improv.
But
That's a
Yeah, that's
totally
not fair.
different thing.
That's totally
It's
not fair.
different. I have time to think about the topics that I think
First
are
of all,
funny.
no one is a bigger champion of you doing like I want more people
I
to
would
try
love
stand up.
for
I
you
just
to
don't
just
think
stand
you
up.
realize how hard it is and that you will. It's not easy, but you should do it.
It's totally not easy, but you prepare for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You find the
Yeah.
inconsistencies in life, and then it becomes about the jokes surrounding it and the delivery within it.
Dude, it's settled.
what it is.
Shmuel, you should
Like,
also invite. We should do stand up.
I don't know. Yeah.
Shmuel, you would never do it. You would never do stand-up.
I think I'd be good at it.
That is not the
that's a
same thing
different
as
argument.
would you
I
like
probably
if me and
wouldn't
Label
do it 'cause I
like
have stage fright.
Oh God, come on.
Like,
Could
you'd
you get
more
over
likely
it?
get
I
up with a
don't-
guitar and sing.
Yeah.
You think I don't have stage fright? Of course I do. I don't know 100% I'm going to be perfect at it.
I'm okay with living with the fact that we had a comedian on and he thought that I was funny.
right.
Oh, he was great. But
And
why?
he thought that I was really funny, so I don't need to go on.
You're like Trump. You don't need to do the debates. You're saying
Correct.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
need to
so-
go on. Like, what do I need to do? One of the funniest
Below me.
guys in comedy right now.
He
is
did like you a lot.
You're really funny. I'm
He
like,
did like
hell,
you.
freaking yeah.
He did. That's yeah.
Done.
Um,
I'm gonna ruin my reputation. Fuck that.
Right. My perfect streak of not embarrassing myself in front of a random crowd.
Exactly.
no, I really want to do this. Please hold me accountable to this. I'm not even kidding.
By the way, I do think that
and
is-
I want to post it on Mislaibeled. Get the hell out of here.
I think that is
straight
the-
up.
we should just do it live.
That would be a great idea.
wow,
I'll
that would not be a
record
good
it.
idea.
Why? I'll record it regardless of how good or
Live?
bad
No, but-
it is.
yeah.
It goes on Mislaibeled.
Yeah, I
Fuck
agree
it.
with
You
that.
got the balls for it. Do it.
What? 100%.
Yeah, I don't think people realize that's I think the hardest part about doing stand up is not just the writing the jokes and the technical skills. It is getting over your own ego. It's being willing to suck at something publicly is very tough.
I understand. I started this and I sucked at it, and I still arguably do. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like,
No, I'm
How do
just
you
saying.
think Jason Love got to where he got to?
I don't know if he was doing the sucking, but yeah.
Layup.
Layup.
layup is what? Good or bad? Or easy joke?
Layup
What's-
means it's easy.
Oh,
was easy.
well, I don't
Yeah,
know.
but you don't make the shots you don't take. Like, I gotta
And
shoot.
also, I don't think a layup is. It could be a difficult finish at the rim. No pun intended.
Keep going, keep going, keep going,
That was bad.
keep going.
Pun intended.
Yeah.
Pun-
Keep shooting, baby.
Pun, Shmueli. Pun not intended.
Let him
At
finish.
all.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
No, pun not intended. I'm just saying. Yeah, you could. It's sometimes.
He knows anything he says right now is screwed.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
pun
This
intended.
conversation is moving on. We are officially moving on.
Done.
Okay, next.
Everyone
Yeah.
put your mature hats on.
By the way, real talk though, this week, just because I live in North Woodmere, Nassau County, which by the way I really like, but there are things I don't like about it. Kind of think of it like a wife. You love your wife, but there are still things you really don't like about it. And this particular that was a great take, and that's called doing stand up. Just FYI, right?
Yeah.
By the way, that's stand up.
Boom! You just got stand up. I just stood up.
Mic drop.
Imagine.
I did while sitting down.
You know, honestly, I don't think there will be jokes that I think there'll be jokes that people laugh at, but then there will be ones that people don't, and that's I think when comedians have to continue going, and you just be like, "This was the joke. Stand up. This is it. Laugh.
It was funny.
Do you understand? The Jewish community is like that."
Right, so I think that's gonna be part of my stand up figuring out is the idea that I have to make jokes not relevant to maybe I could make some Judaism like Ari Shafir concept jokes. But you really have to be skilled to do that. It's probably much easier to just go after total non-Jewish bits.
I think you should just do our Shafir bits on stage.
Maybe
Just straight up steal his bits.
Straight up.
Straight up.
Steal one joke from like 6 of your favorite
I
comedians.
really want to do this. I'm not kidding. I'm right now in my mind. I am psyched about doing this.
All right.
I'm not kidding.
All right. I'm gonna be on a stage at Label.
I want to do this not on. Yeah, just to prove it that I could do it. Nothing to do even
Yeah.
with you guys. Like I feel there's a piece of me that feels like if I prep properly, I can deliver a funny 5-minute set, and I want to try to do that. Why is that so crazy?
It's
and by
really
the way,
not crazy.
it will be the greatest accomplishment in my life, knowing
probably
how
will
I
be.
grew
It
up.
will- it will be.
If I
It
deliver,
absolutely will be.
If I deliver a 5-minute funny, like Janae, it doesn't mean laugh your ass off, honey. Just a good,
If you
funny...
deliver 5 minutes of non-serious,
Bro, if you don't bomb,
Fun.
Right.
it's a
No,
huge
you're
accomplishment.
missing... No, but I'm saying for me specifically because...
No, I understand what you're
Yeah,
saying.
so
he
I'm
didn't
saying-
know what humor was until he was 21.
So if I could do that...
That would be the biggest accomplishment. It would be 100%.
Good, there you go. It'd be better than, anything I've done in my life, probably.
Yes.
Anyways, moving on. So there's some things I don't like about North Woodmere. And so I got this car and I had to get somewhere quick and I don't really drive like a maniac. I used to drive more like a maniac. And I was a little bit erratic and a little bit crazy and I got pulled over. It was actually really funny because I got pulled over in front of the White Shul, which I don't know how to explain what that is to anyone who doesn't know the area. But it was like a solid, like it's a decent while away from like where the actual terrible behavior happened. And the cop pulls me over and I lower the
I'm
window.
like, wait, what?
What behavior?
What behavior?
You just gave half the story.
No, I didn't. I drove like a maniac.
Oh, man, you just got pulled over way after you drove like a maniac.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, we thought you were saying that there was a different, like the cop was stationed at a place where there's not,
Yeah.
where
people don't drive
where people
crazy.
that don't
Yeah.
drive crazy normally are.
Can we rewind and restart this story?
This
Very
beat is going
simple.
fantastic.
You guys are insane. I got pulled over pretty far from where my...
Although it's our fault.
From where...
So when you go over 3, it's the storyteller's
I got
fault.
pulled over.
Exactly. Thank you.
I got
By
pulled
the
over.
way,
Someone called
I
this
don't know.
bitch out.
I think Laibel has a service. I drove in the back. No, I was in the back seat once with Laibel driving, and I became
Wait, are we
religious
skipping
again.
Laibel's story?
I became religious.
I became religious again. So, like, parents, if you have a child who's like, at risk of leaving the Torah path, just put him in Laibel's car.
That's
Like,
not true. When did I ever drive like a maniac with you?
when you drove us back from Olga Nammer's podcast to into the city, you were driving her to the village. Me and Olga both were like saying Shema.
Okay, first of all, I'm not going to say why that's not surprising that both of you had that opinion. You are scared of anything in a car. Okay? So
Fine, fair.
you're not a proof to me about anything about being scared of whatever.
Wait, so what happened with the ticket?
You know what? There's one time you can say that. Hold on. There's one time you can say that. In Florida.
I may have the anxiety of a middle-aged woman, but you have the driving skills of a alcoholic dad.
Okay, fine. Fair. But one other thing, there was one time that I would actually agree with you when we were trying to make our flight in Florida and the GPS kept taking us to the wrong rental car
That
place.
was the right time to drive like that.
Okay, but that was the craziest driving.
But that was the
you've been.
right
get back to the
time to
story?
drive like that.
Yes, back to the story. I feel like we're killing people here.
I was hoping we would move past the story.
No, because the story is a good story.
It is a good story? Okay.
I think so. And so the bottom line is he pulled me over like a while from, like I thought I was totally clear. Basically, he pulls me over and I roll down the window. I'm like, officer, I'm sorry, I apologize. I don't know what I did wrong. When the second those words came out of my mouth, the guy just like his instant reaction was, you know what you did wrong? You know what you did wrong? I'm like, no, I don't. He's like, you almost killed 3 children back there, whatever. He's obviously exaggerating. But I was like, weird.
It was one kid.
He's like, I'm like, weird. He's like, on Central Ave. I'm like, oh, fuck, he saw all that crap. Like, in my mind, I'm like, I thought that was years ago.
Right.
I thought that was like, how
I was ready 5 minutes ago. I didn't realize he was
how
in
did
trail.
that guy, where did this guy come from? Anyways, this guy was like angry, and he was one of those guys that's just not a nice guy. Like, I tried wheezing my way out, like, officer, I'm really sorry. I was just trying to get somewhere. I'm running late, being all meek and all gentle, and he was just not going for it. And yeah, no, I actually brought it with me. He wrote me up. I thought it was like
He wrote you a
1,
Gilla.
2, 3, 4,
serious?
5.
17.
I think there might be another one. Like, but they're all the same thing. So I just don't understand.
Pothead here?
No, it doesn't say Pothead.
P.O. Head. That's his name, I guess.
It looks like you got affirmed under penalty of perjury. Pothead.
Wait, what were the
Can
tickets
we
for?
please show that? That looks like the guy who wrote that he's a pothead.
It does.
What were all the tickets for?
P.O. head? What's
But they're
P.O.
all
head?
basically the same thing. I don't know how to explain. I
One is
cut
for-
off a bunch of cars, and it's all
Oh,
like,
they're all for... No, oh, this is the guy's name.
I said that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Police officer head.
Yes, P.O.
it's actually true.
Yeah, P.O. Police officer.
Police officer head.
Police officer head.
It's Jason Left's son.
Hey, layup.
So you have like 50 points pending.
Yeah, that's
right
a
now.
lot, man.
Yeah, no, it's not pretty at all. But this was a difficult. And this
This
was
an asshole move.
yes. He
Improper
gave me
snow
so
signal passed
many
on Rite.
tickets.
Disobeyed traffic advice. Moved from lane unsafely. He just what a douchebag.
And by the way, not only that, we actually had, when we were living in Long Beach, I also got hit with like 6 tickets. The guy hit me for jumping the toll booth. The guy gave me a ticket for my address on my license plate not being correct. I'm like, come on. Like, I didn't change the address from 8526 120th Street to like where I was living at the time in Long Beach. Like, I'd been here like literally a month. I'm like,
I think it doesn't surprise anyone that a lot of cops, especially a lot of cops who work the traffic beat, hate themselves. Like, they're not enjoying their life.
Long
They're
Island
using
cops are they're way worse than the city cops.
No, they're using the little power they have in their
Yes,
life.
and they're
These
the
are
worst.
exactly the same type of people who like get angry and yell at like wait staff at restaurants. I have a little bit of power over you, and I'm going to abuse it as much as possible
hate those
because
people.
I hate the rest of my life.
very quickly, Schmuck of the Week, Hero of the Week.
Schmuck of the week is Rite Aid. Fuck Rite Aid.
Why, what
Fuck
happened?
them hard.
We gotta
And
be
I'm not
careful.
even joking
We
right
gotta
now.
be careful with companies because every company is possible.
No.
That's
Rite-
possible money.
Rite Aid is never sponsoring us. I don't care if it's our first endorsement and they offer us $7 million.
Worse than Apple or no?
It's between the two. Okay, Rite Aid. I have some prescriptions that were getting filled, and I needed them for Israel. I called them 40,000 fucking times in the past week to try to get through to the pharmacy because my insurance changed because it's now under, instead of on one company's, it's on a different company's, right? So I couldn't get through to them, so they didn't fulfill my prescription.
drive there?
I did. I went there, but when you go there, they don't fill your prescription unless they have your insurance, and so that means you have to wait an hour
Right.
for it.
Yeah.
So it's just a pain in the ass
Yeah.
when I'm coming back home from work to have to go into Rite Aid, explain to them that you guys don't answer your phone, and I called them 35 times.
It's so funny. you're
Rite
saying
Aid,
this 'cause I
Schmucks
was-
of the week, and there's, we don't have enough help back here, blah, blah. You're a fucking pharmacist. Every pharmacist also thinks they're like leader of the world somehow. Like that because like they're holding your medication, they're holding your anxiety. Like they're holding literally your anxiety in
By
their hands.
hostage.
Like by hostage. Like if you don't get this, you're gonna go through withdrawal. Haha, fuck you. Like I fucking hate pharmacists so much, you bitches.
Strong take.
It's so funny.
That was such a strong
So
take.
strong.
Well, it basically came down to he waited an hour for medication, but it's like
No, I can
that is
understand where he's
passion.
coming from totally, and not just that.
Bro,
totally.
I have never
that would be
seen-
a murder of passion.
That
By
was
the
a
way.
real-
If I
both-
went into Rite Aid,
they are
that's
both-
a murder of passion.
Great rants.
They
Great rants.
both get
Thank you.
very, very angry over like minor
Oh
inconveniences.
yeah, it's like,
Yes.
it takes nothing to get them worked
I
out.
don't
They
have
get
time
so
for that
worked up.
shit.
Yeah, I
Kit
agree.
Kats
I'm
were not
so
on
Shmueli.
sale at Rite Aid.
No,
I just don't have time for that shit, and it's just so infuriating.
Label could start a revolution off
It's
the
so
pure
infuriating.
passion
No,
that like
it's
a
stu-
flight
stupidity
has given
is-
him.
Stupidity.
It's infuriating.
Stupidity is
Yeah,
infuriating.
I agree.
Like they don't answer the phone, and then when you're there, they don't have the
Yeah, you
wherewithal
know
to
who
just-
else thought stupidity was infuriating?
Oh my god.
Hitler. All right. Who was it?
No, but it's.
It happens to be.
They
I was.
try to make it seem like there's 12 steps to getting your prescription filled.
Shmueli, there is 12 steps to recovery.
You know what's.
And I'm just like, no, there isn't. You fucking give me my pills.
You know what's funny also is that I was just.
I love
saying
when
this-
you
I wonder
F-word
why he needs
loading.
anxiety meds. I wonder.
Literally. That's
I
part
feel
of
like
the
I
joke.
need anxiety
I
meds
know.
now.
Yeah.
I just have the same thing. I literally just
Give
said
me
this to
my
someone.
fucking Xanax.
You know when you go to the to the pharmacy, you're not walking out with your meds. It's not happening.
Correct.
And the second time that you go, after they tell you to come back, they only fill 3 of the 5.
Correct.
Like
Right,
it's
right,
not. There's no way you
Wait,
could
y'all
go
are
in.
beating me in pills.
There's no way you can go in.
I'm not rocking
walk back
5
out.
pills
Bro,
these days. You got 5
whatever-
prescriptions?
Between stomach.
Oh, you got stomach
gout,
stuff.
Crohn's.
Label is
and
an
yeah.
88-year-old nursing home.
Gout is really fun. I'm so sorry because I'm sure it's painful, but
the
gout is
worst.
hilarious. Every time I hear that someone has gout, I just
And
laugh.
then they also they question.
It's a funny disease.
By the way, every time I hear someone who has like back pain, like intense neck
No,
pain,
but come
I
on.
crack up.
It's called gout.
It's
Also,
dude, it's the name. It's the name.
they
If my neck shit had a funny name like if this was scurvy, you could make fun of me. Gout is hilarious.
Also, they question your prescription sometimes because, like, I was going on vacation, so mine got filled 27 days instead of 30 days. I'm like, I don't give a shit. Use GoodRx.
Wait, I need some
just can't do it.
positivity.
Oh,
I'm
is that
getting all
worse?
worked up. Who's your hero of the week? Who's your
I don't
your
have
who's
one.
your
I
boss?
don't like life.
Okay, I'm the hero of the week. I'm the hero of the
Do
week.
I have a hero? Let ladies
Okay,
know.
I'll go
Clearly
for-
don't.
I'll give the hero of the week. Shmueli will agree. Deion Sanders, baby.
Oh,
Let's
yes.
go. Let's go.
Wait, did
Yeah,
he
what's
did he
your
used to
take on
play
Deion
with
Sanders?
Dan Marino?
He actually didn't, but it was close.
We're kind of the same
That
time
was
period.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of Deion Sanders in Colorado?
I think he's awesome.
You think he's awesome,
Yeah.
bro? He is so awesome.
He's got the perfect amount of swag. Perfect
He's
amount.
got
unbelievable.
swag.
Okay, what are we actually talking about?
He's
Go
the
ahead.
coach of the Colorado Buffaloes.
He's one of the greatest.
One of the greatest cornerbacks of all time, and now he's a college coach for like not
A
a
random
great team,
team.
a random kind of a random team.
Not like
And
not
they're-
like why
and
you
they're-
random.
and
But
No, not like
Deion
YU.
Sanders has signed with Yeshiva University.
They're like Utah Jazz random
And
in the
Pete
NBA.
Davidson will be.
Yeah.
No.
No, but he's awesome. He's just
No,
awesome.
he
just
has taken a random team, and he's the quintessential coach in the sense that he has taken a random team that clearly is like mediocre, not even necessarily
misfits,
team,
yeah.
but just like they're Colorado. They're just like a random, like what the fuck are they?
Right.
And he has brought
whipping
them
them into shape.
But he's also
He's
backing
brought
it
them,
up.
but he's backing up. He's brought them to the center of like.
But beyond that,
America.
it's not just all talk. It's not like he's 0-3. He's 3-0, and they beat TCU.
well, was that a dirty hit? You think?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
it was
what,
dirty.
that last on the sideline?
Yeah.
Is
He's 3-0 now.
Is this like that Disney
Are
Channel
they underdogs?
movie?
Sorry, are they underdogs on every single game?
No,
they've been favorites in every
honestly,
game.
they
Sorry.
should have beat the
No, it's
team. They just had the whole story with Colorado State.
It was like a big rival.
But big rival. They're in-state rivals, not really rivals. It's like literally it's like the Browns and
Okay.
and the Bengals or Browns and Steelers being rivals. The Colorado State is like 3-9 and plays like in a terrible conference. Colorado actually is in a decent conference and they're like an okay team and they actually have players that go to the NFL. Colorado State doesn't. And Colorado State coach called out Deion Sanders. He's like, I actually like my people to not wear sunglasses
Right.
and a hat.
He wears sunglasses when he's
And
out.
like it was just such a stray shot at Deion Sanders
And
for
he
no
bought
reason.
every player sunglasses.
Can you imagine?
And he bought
Donald-
Deion Sanders bought every one of his players sunglasses.
Nice.
And basically was just like he literally went into his locker room. He's like, what did this become? Personal.
He's a real players coach.
And then after they won, he's like, I wish the guy the best, man. I just like, but they should have won that game by 6.
Can you imagine?
I was
They
gonna
were
say,
favorites
why-
by
they
like
almost
35.
lost.
Shmueli.
They almost
Well,
lost.
it's
Shmueli,
It was a
right?
straight
Shmueli.
double overtime.
Can you imagine Donald Trump coaching? Just like the
That'd be
trash talk
unbelievable.
between
That'd be
between
unbelievable.
the college
He might-
Oh
coaches.
my God! If he
Might
was
make it okay, go.
if he was because if he was 1-3 and the media was getting on him, he'd be
You
like,
quit.
You don't know. You don't know. You suck. You suck at your job. You suck.
That would probably happen, actually. I agree with you. Actually, bad call by me.
What? Do you know yourself as a journalist? No. That's a terrible.
We're playing the Bengals, which the failing Bengals. They're a terrible sports team. They used to be good, but let's just say the head coach's wife has a horse face. She has a horse for a face.
Did you ever see the deposition that he had recently about the whole like sexual assault thing or whatever? The deposition where they asked her like, did you like, I don't know, they asked some question. He's like, quite frankly, never. She's just not my type. Like you,
Yeah.
You're just, I
I
would
would
never,
never be with you.
nothing personal.
Nothing
I just would
personal.
never go near you.
I don't like you. Yeah.
It's like it's like a meme all over the place.
That was funny.
Anyways, yeah. So Deion Sanders definitely
Hero of the week.
Definitely hero of the week.
Boss. What are we
Love
calling it? Hero, boss?
No, hero of the week.
Hero of
Is
the
here?
week.
Fine, hero.
Yeah, I like Deion a lot. Do you have anything?
Oh,
that was
I was told it's pretty last minute, but I'm gonna go with both of them being Lauren Boebert. You know that
Who?
she's
No.
Oh yes. Both of them are schmucks of the week.
well, she's both. She's both the boss of the week and the schmuck of the
Who is
week.
this
second.
person? Wait,
Lauren-
tell me.
Lauren Boebert.
Oh, who's
she
the
was-
other one? But there's another one that got busted for.
Her.
Well, let's get to the story.
Who
with
is
That's
Lauren
her.
Boebert?
Okay,
No,
she was
there's
she was
two-
like
there's two
she
different
ran
ones.
for I think senator or representative in Arizona, right? Crazy
Oh.
right wingist.
Okay.
Yesterday,
Like
she
Marjorie
was,
Taylor Greene type.
No, there's
yes,
another one.
Big
We're not-
Trump fan.
Sick.
Yesterday,
Label.
and Beetlejuice, like a show, she was caught basically having sex during the show.
No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't.
She was groping the guy next to
They
her.
were getting high
at
on
a
Abby.
show with
Oh,
kids.
please.
What I don't know what's
Lauren
happening at
Boebert.
it, and I still don't know.
Okay, Lauren Boebert.
Is
right?
a politician?
She ran in Arizona. Okay, she's a crazy right wing conspiracy.
Like
The
QAnon-ish?
Election is rigged.
Sure.
Everything like that.
Cool.
Yesterday she was at Beetlejuice, which is a
play.
play.
Sure.
Yeah, and she was caught groping a guy next to her, like
Nice.
in the middle of the show with kids around. So
Hell yeah.
They kicked
Rock
her out of the
star
show.
Can I say one thing? They were both. I just thought they were both groping. They were into
Sure.
each other. It wasn't
No,
like
they were groping
Sure,
each other.
Sure, that doesn't
A
change the
mutual-
story.
I assume
A
it was
mutual groping.
Yeah,
A groping.
turns
yeah.
out the guy's has like a big LGBTQ, like has a drag show, everything like that.
Oh, is that the case?
Amazing.
Yeah. So she
That's
was,
who the guy is.
yeah. So she was like, I have nothing to
Are you
do with
sure?
him. I want it had happened, but I want nothing.
Are you sure that
Yeah.
that's that's
He, like,
true?
runs
Oh,
a
I didn't
drag
realize
show.
that. We weren't talking about the same thing. I know the case you're talking about, but then on the left side, that was a right wing person. On
Yeah,
the left
yesterday.
wing, there's a woman who was busted for having OnlyFans, like explicit OnlyFans videos. She's a Democrat. You have no idea what I'm talking about?
But why is that? That's
Famous-
in par with like far left politics. Is that sex positivity? Like, there's nothing wrong with having an OnlyFans.
No.
I think there's nothing wrong with OnlyFans.
It was porn. It was porn. Straight porn.
Yeah. No,
that's
like
not,
that.
That's
It's
woke.
what
no,
I'm
that's
trying.
left wing
But you
woke
can't
stuff.
own the liberals if that's like something that they would like hop on board with.
They
Like,
wouldn't. No.
They would be like, yes, queen. Like you should be a
Well,
sex
not
worker
true.
and a
If, like,
politician.
If Melania
talking about?
Trump had an OnlyFans, CNN would be all over that.
Oh, because he's saying that's
Yeah,
sort of
probably.
conservative.
First of all, CNN is not far left. CNN is.
You're missing
whatever.
what I'm
I don't
saying.
know
She's
what they
not.
are.
Maybe I confused that she's not far left. I'm not
She's
saying
like a
it's AOC.
regular Democrat.
I don't know regular, but you have to be very, very
Yeah,
far
no,
left to be
that's-
like sex positive
hey.
to the degree that it's like a benefit. Like people are totally okay with the fact.
I think it's
not a
actually
snooping,
it's a disrespect to the office. Now, what's her name? And where can I find the videos?
I honestly don't know her name, but it was in the news, so you could probably find it.
I'm gonna tell you
type
right
in-
now, if AOC ever does OnlyFans, I'm signing up.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Have
You'll
fun.
see, you have your first subscriber, Zach Adler,
Yeah, there we go.
Zachary Marshall Adler.
And the same goes for Mitch McConnell. God, that is a sensual man.
I think we should put Mitch. I want to see the nursing home Mitch McConnell and Joe Biden go to. That if them playing like checkers together and bingo together is probably hilarious. Like I could totally see that.
Yeah.
No, Mitch McConnell, Joe would be like, Mitch would be like, talk about a nom face. He's stuck in nom for like minutes at a time, bro.
minutes at a time,
The guy
yeah.
just glitches.
It's starting to be not funny, Biden. Like it was funny for a
Oh,
while.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
starting
yeah,
to
yeah.
make me sad.
Yeah, totally.
It's starting to make me think about mortality. It's not good.
Anyways,
I think we should
guys. Before we go, also one last thing.
I love
apparently,
that I did not get to do a boss or hero of the week.
Oh, you want to do it?
What? Thank you so much, Label.
No, I'm getting messages that we're 2 hours in. That's all.
Yeah,
the only
we
reason
are.
why
We,
in
we
my
didn't
head.
even do questions from the audience.
We're not doing questions in the audience this week. Then also there weren't any particularly great ones.
Wait, did anyone ask? There's a really great question we get asked sometimes, which is, what are red flags that?
What are red flags that I go? Let's ask Safoosh. He's the new one on.
What's a red flag for you in a girl?
Cut that out. Cut that out. Cut it out.
No, I'm not cutting that. Get that out of
We're
here.
not cutting that. We're coming to the podcast. You say, you know what you're getting into.
We're gonna like beep it over. Republican.
But no, guys. Just one important thing before you go. COVID is coming back. Apparently, I've been saying that. So make sure to wear your masks. And yeah, get your 18th booster, please, because
And neuter your pets.
and neuter your pets as well. And also, by the way, I heard that Ozempic helps cure COVID. New thing. Instead of a booster, you could do Ozempic.
Okay, so this is the crazy, weird, like Twilight Zone world that we live in now. Is I don't know if you're joking. I truly do not know if you're joking.
I am joking. What?
Come back.
COVID?
Oh, I thought you were agreeing Ozempic
I
cures
think I
it.
agree with Ozempic.
It was. I think it was a good
In
take.
recent news, a BBL cures COVID.
BBL.
Oh yeah, one other thing I saw, by the way, just leave everyone off with some food for thought. Sam Bankman-Fried is getting ADHD. He needs to get medication
getting
for ADHD in jail. Interesting take.
He wants to focus on getting butt rid.
Anyways,
He
all right,
doesn't
guys.
read books, so what's he using the Adderall for?
Peace and love.
That's
On
a
to
waste
the
of
next.
Adderall. There's limited amounts of Adderall right now. I don't like that Sam is getting some of it.
Okay, we can work on this together, Zach. I'll call that Gunham. All right, peace and love, guys.